All right, got that going. Where's the link to my stream? Oh, here it is. That was weird. What's up, Letterbuck? What's up, Rocks? My bad. I'm sending the link out right now. I'll focus on everybody here in a second. I don't like sending the whole stream link. I like to abbreviate it so when people see it, it's not like this big, annoying, obnoxious link with like a huge ass thumbnail. I don't like that. All right, so see what I posted this morning. So this morning I posted XLK in the Sectors channel. We also talked a shit ton on the Sectors yesterday in the live stream. What else? SPX is in the VIP floor. Go to the Levels and Swings channel, and there's SPY information as well. I mean, there's honestly a lot of shit in Levels and Swings. Just go there and click. But yes, that is about everything this morning. And then, of course, the weekly news channel from yesterday. A lot of stuff going on this week. I think, honestly, the biggest thing for me, besides all the, of course, looming Trump news, is the NVIDIA earnings on Wednesday. I think that's crazy that that lines up like that. So, see if that has any impact on the tech market or not. Or if it just impacts semiconductors, or if there's literally no impact at all. So, we'll see. Good morning, good morning. What's up, Matthew? What's up, Rocks? What's up, King Carnage? SF, aloha. What's up, Joe? Good morning, guys. And honestly, thank you guys again for yesterday's stream. I am honestly impressed. We even had that many people click it. So that was very cool. We'll definitely have to do, I don't want to do every Sunday, but I think we should do more Sunday streams because that was pretty nice. I won't lie though, it threw the rest of my Sunday off because it made me keep thinking it was Monday. Because I did this stream and I was like, all right, I'll wait. Because normally in my head, I'm like, all right, you wait a couple hours, post the polls message, so people can go click on that. And it just, I don't know. Yesterday I kept checking the clock, like, all right, dude, when do I post the polls message? It's so stupid. But yeah, so thank you guys again for that. We got about 30 minutes till the market opens. My bad. Y'all are just staring at the XLK chart. Y'all probably don't care about that. Though you should. And these are the levels I've been kind of posting. There are other levels, of course, but I've just been trying to keep it super, super simple lately. But yeah, so it looks like we already kind of hit our target, our farther target last week, multiple times. We hit this area twice last week. And now we're here again in the morning. You can see we kind of pushed up against it, kind of up against it again in this morning. So looking to see if we can get past this area or if we're just kind of consolidate here this morning. This is really the area we're looking to trade around this week. If we can hold and get beyond this, we can go to old all-time high supply up here, 696 to 698. If we can't get past this, there's a very good chance that we're just going to go back down to here to test. If this breaks, we're still at square one, right? This is still a support. So you can see just how far away we've moved away from bullish support. So we're not just bullish, we're very bullish. But it's really, really key that we hold this area or get above it this week to go higher. So just keep your eyes on that. Of course, any weakness under 687s, and we're going to definitely be like, okay, this is trying to cool off. I'm going to turn this crap off now because who really likes this? No one. I love the plain chart in the background. Trying to keep, yeah, there we go. I'm trying to keep that area above us kind of shown as well, just kind of show where we're at. And I do have the chain open on the right, on my right side screen. I need to unlink that actually, because I hate when I go back to it and it's not even SPY on there. Good morning, good morning. Good to see you guys. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. Say hello in the stream. Let us know you're here. Glad to have you. Man, after all that drama yesterday, I had two traders on Twitter message me that are like way bigger than me, like massively bigger than me. And what they both like reached out to me like, "Yo, man, if you ever need like a boost or you ever need to like talk, hit us up." Blah blah blah. So that was cool. I didn't even know they paid attention, so that was cool. Ajay, is that Dondu? No idea why my name is like that. It's YouTube, dude. YouTube's so fucking weird. That's the only reason I knew that was you, though, because I was like, wait, that's his name. Dude, well, oh, glad to have you, though. Good to see you. I don't know why YouTube did that either, though. That was weird. Everybody's names went to like weird shit after that. Some people fixed it. Apparently, you can go into your. I don't know if it's on YouTube or in your Google settings, which, if it's that deep, who even bothers? Like, who's going to their Google account to mess with their YouTube settings? Literally nobody on the planet. But I think there is a way to fix it. I don't know how. I figured out who most of you are anyway, so at this point, it doesn't even matter. But yeah, it is weird seeing your whole like government name on YouTube stream. YouTube's like, haha, get exposed. We have this information anyway. Spam on Discord? Are you joking me? Damn, where are my mods at? You guys suck. Alright, one of the people that messaged that is getting mod. Letterbuck, I think you've earned it. I was actually looking to mod one more person. It's perfect too because you already have lifetime. Alright, Letterbuck. If you see someone before me, you kick the shit out of them. Honestly, though, what you should do is when you right click them, you click ban. I'm testing this on JC. It says reason for ban. Literally, you don't have to click any of that shit. Just go to delete message history and change it to previous 24 hours. But if they're new, you don't have to change anything. It'll just delete everything. All right, let's not ban JC from my chat. That's crazy, though. I've never seen spam that early in the morning. Normally, it's like deep at late at night or something. I'll mod if you like. If I need any more, I'll let you know. I just gave one to fucking Rigney, and now I just gave one to Letterbook. Like I already have too many, but I needed other people who are like around. Rigney's someone who's gonna be around in like the PM because he works late, so that's great for us. So he'll be like a great like nighttime mod while I'm not here, and then I can pretty much handle it while I'm here. But if I happen to be like busy or looking at something, we got people like Maddie and fucking Letterbook now, so I'm not worried about it. Speaking of Maddie, there he is. Yo, 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 what's up, Maddie? I was just speaking of your mod benefits and how strong you are. You have plenty now? Yeah, I know. I'm good now. If I need any more, though, Rocks, I'll let you know. Thank you for even offering. So, what's up, Carter? It's good to see you, bro. It's always a good day when Carter's in here. Carter and Maddie showing up at the same time. Were you guys doing something? Good to see you, Maddie. Right now, guys, I know you guys just got in here. We're kind of looking to just see, does this continue? It's already bullish. We already know it's bullish. Any kind of fail under the 687.21 level there, though, and I'm definitely going to start to kind of be a little bit concerned short term. Again, when I'm speaking about this right now, I'm definitely speaking short term. For the week, though, I would like to see if we can hold this area or not. Right. So by the end of the week, I want to see if we're above or below this. If we're still failing under this, then I'm going to assume we are consolidating or even pulling back a little bit. I don't want it. I'm too loud. Oh, you're perfect, man. Good morning. Let's all not lose today. Maybe even win. What a way to type that. Maybe even win a little. God, that's good. Yeah, honestly, last night was a perfect example of why I don't look at after-hour trading. Not to say we can't pull back, but it's just everything definitely makes it feel like you're trying to like dump when you look at after-hours price action. Because if you just stared at that, you would think everything was opening. I mean, a lot of things did open lower, but I mean, like a lot lower. I think yesterday was the first time in a while I even looked at it and I was just like, oh, wow. But I kind of just wanted to see if we were down because of how much crypto is dumping. Because crypto has been like, it pulled back a little bit, but here recently it's been falling off a cliff again. So I was wanting to see, did the equity market also fall with crypto? But it seems crypto is the one that's taking the bigger hit right now. Here's the Bitcoin chart. Actually, they recovered a pretty good amount like the equities today. But as you can see, though, it's another leg down it came. And they're, still kind of down here in the trenches. I won't lie, though, this is the exact kind of price action that you want to see before a liquidity grab, which is the perfect bullish price action. So I don't want to like be wishful thinking in that or like tell anybody, hey, you should be bullish on this because it dumped more. Uh, but this is actually great to see. The fact that it dumped and then picked back up and it's consolidating within that still is honestly a great sign of a possible liquidity grab to come soon. So I wouldn't be shocked if they're retaking this by like the next couple weeks. The 72,000 level, 72 like 600 basically. So if anybody's in here watching crypto stocks or crypto in general, this area here is very, very important for retake, which is what's possible for it to go back up towards like basically 90K. Because that's really all it's dropped. Everyone keeps thinking it's dropped so much, and it kind of has, but it's really just one pump away from basically being right under all-time highs again. All-time highs are like what, 120? So I mean, it's literally one pump away from being like one leg from the all-time high. So it's like two legs down. It's really not that crazy. I think it feels a lot worse. IGV got clapped. Jesus Christ. Can't win them all, but damn, that started out fucking good though. Man, how many times have I already yawned on stream? I thought I slept pretty good. I'm gonna go back to the 1 minute. Y'all want this chart or this or the other chart more? I honestly don't know what y'all want. I could look at either one, so I personally don't care. It's basically the same shit though. One of them doesn't have all these junk ass zones drawn though. I honestly don't like the zones. I don't know why people like that so much. I think it's just a personal thing. I think it messes with how I look at things. I like looking at it on the daily though, because I like to be reminded, like, oh, there's a barrier here, or oh, there's a support here. Good morning, my peeps. What's up, Alex? Good to see you, bro. How are you doing? Adobe Fresh Low. Oh god, I'm scared to look. I love IGV for long term. Oh, you figured out the name thing. So it was it in the settings or YouTube setting or Google settings or YouTube settings? Same Don dude, but I took long dated calls like a bot. Yeah, Commons is smart. No, Matty was just testing it out, honestly, the IGV chart. You're not a bot, shut up. Why is Micro so surprised at Microsoft jumping like this? Why are we so surprised by this? Holy shit, I can't type. I'm trying to type my. There we go. I said, I'm going to be honest, I'm not shocked. They got rid of brick and mortar just to end up also failing on the other end of their business. Deep into LLMs that are not real AI, Bill Gates news isn't helping on top of their exposure. Like, what? There's a shit ton of horrible things coming out about them. Why would they not be dumping? This isn't like a plane came out of the sky. I mean, it's literally coming to light that Bill Gates is like a lot worse than people think. And the whole thing with his wife has been exposed now. Like, it's not good for Microsoft. When you think of Bill Gates, you think of Microsoft. When you think of Microsoft, you think of Bill Gates. Or maybe Xbox, one or the other. You think of one or the other. That's about it. Like, that'd be like saying, well, Berkshire Hathaway doesn't have Warren Buffett on the board anymore. It's like, well, when you think of Berkshire Hathaway, though, you think of Warren Buffett and what he's built. You don't think of, oh, well, he's not on the board anymore. Like, that's not, people don't think about it like that. Though they should. Smart people should think about that. What did he get? AIDS or STD? Yeah, he got an STD. I can't type today. I just typed quiet wrong. And this isn't even like, oh, I hate Bill Gates. No, this is facts. This is shit that came out. Like, it amazes me how many people aren't talking about it still. It's probably because all the Epstein shit. I can't really complain at the consumer populace because they aren't talking about the Bill Gates thing. Like, it's pretty crazy. All right, guys. So far on Spy, all we did was just hit 690, come back down to this area, hold. So we're gonna see if this area breaks or not. It's basically the same thing as on this chart. If 687.20s break, it probably will dump a little bit. If this ends up holding though, it's a great liquidity grab over CDO. Bye, Spy. How's everyone in the snowy parts? Yeah, how are you guys in Michigan and all that shit? Maddie, I said, such a cruel fake out. All the snow melted, 60 degrees for 2 days, and now 4 inches of snow again. Oh my god. It's like here, but the opposite. And no snow. You know, it was getting like warmed up again. And then the past couple days started getting cooler. And then yesterday it was like literally cold as hell. And now it's like cold as shit outside. And I think it's gonna warm up in like a day or two. It's just gonna be hot again. That is fucking crazy though. I honestly don't know how people in Michigan survive sometimes. It was 84 on Saturday and 54 today. Yeah, literally. Actually, that's a good question. What is it right now outside for me? Watch for possible dump under 687.20. How's everybody in the stream, by the way? Are we all good to go? We all understand what we're looking at? Might switch to the 1 minute here again in a minute. To the 1 minute here in a minute. You can't make this shit up. And good to see you guys here in Discord as well. Spicy, Lettered, and Rocks. Thank you guys for also being here. If you guys ever type in here, I am checking. I'm trying to get better at that. Did y'all see what McDonald's hit today? It hit like 333 or some shit. It's pretty nuts. I don't know why I have this drawn differently here. That must be a pretty important fucking zone, though. Let's go see what that is. Because I genuinely do not remember. I started looking at the other one too much. All right, so one of these is a drawdown. That's what that is. Okay. We know what this is now. It's a 50% of a huge ass green candle, right? Yeah, on the dot. To the cent. Okay, so that's what that is. Now I can trust it a little bit more because I didn't know what this was, to be honest. This one right here. I knew what this was. Let's share this with the chat. Important key area here. At everyone. Simple update. Oh God, Alex said, or Data J said beer. And then Alex said, we're buried here. Blizzard times, stayed home chilling, making banana waffles, listening, and oh my God, bro. That actually sounds like a vibe, man. Banana waffles sound good as fuck. You know, I don't typically like fruit on my breakfast, but in this particular instance, banana waffles sound really fire right now. Oh my God. I saw you say that yesterday. I didn't know if you were going to or not, but I'm glad to see you did stay home and you're chilling, Alex. I feel like I always see you just like working your ass off, and then you'll also be in chat and the stream. It's like, how does he do it? How does this man do it? You know, I kind of want to see what what's it called looks like on this. Merging candles. I just marked that to get a place marker. 6920. It shows up there on SPX as well. Yeah, that's funny. It doesn't matter how I draw it. I end up with the same thoughts on like placement. It's weird. This is a really weird watch list, by the way. Green, red, 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 green, red. I go over here, I see red, slightly red, really red, slightly red, really green, slightly green. So these are in perfect shape. These make sense. This one has fallen a lot more than the other ones, but if you look at your weights, Netflix, oh no, I'm sorry, that's XLC. Where's Amazon? Here it is. Damn, Amazon's down 2%. Oh, and Tesla. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense then. Never mind. Its top two weights are down a lot. XLC, it's your comms. So we see a lot of our sectors just kind of weak this morning or indecisive. One of your outliers, healthcare, which this one is the only one that's like, if it pumps, it pumps. You know, we can't really stop this one. But this is one of the outliers. We don't really include it in the main pack of the top four, but it is a good way to look at. But you can see they're still moving pretty well. And then our staples are actually getting a green reaction towards this potential bearish retest right here. So we're looking to see if that connects or not. But that does coincide with tech going down so far. But I wouldn't really say going down. I would just say stuck in range because as you can see, since our dump and since our pump back into that resistance, since this moment right here, we have just been stuck here between these two areas. So it's not really that crazy that we're red, but not really a new low, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's about it on that. So that makes sense. That translates over to the SPY chart. If anybody's not catching on to why I'm going over that, it gives us good info and context that okay, this does make sense. This is why we pulled back a little bit. I don't have to sit there and sift through. Oh, well, Trump tweeted this, or the news says this. No, I can instantly click on my sectors and instantly figure out. Okay, why are we down instantly this morning? So make sure you guys have those on your own list if you want, so you can kind of snap through them on whatever time frames you prefer. But it is a really, really, really powerful thing to do to just kind of click through those. Good morning, OG. Good to see you. Trying to be better about reading the Discord as I'm clicking around. And yeah, sorry to hear about y'all's insanely cold ass weather or rising temperatures wherever you guys live. We're all kind of in crazy spots right now. It does look like we're trying to pull that back. If these continue to be weak, you should have confidence that it pulls back. So if we see continuation down on tech, banks, discretionary, even comms, or even just a couple of them at the same time, if we see any continued cool off of healthcare, because as you can see, they're cooling off now from that pump included into that, that'll be really good for your SPY pullback. Let's see if that's possible or not. They're still trying to actually break this area. But like I said, I don't mind people getting in early as long as they use context of like, oh, but I like the sectors dumping. Or, oh, I like the sectors because they dump too much. You know, maybe you're like, I want to buy the dip. So you're like, well, I like the fact that they dumped a bunch, but didn't act, but SPY did. Like right now, you could be like, well, SPY hasn't broken anything yet, but everything dumped this much. Like you could almost be saying, wow, well, I almost expect like a dip by either some point today or tomorrow, even, you know, just because they pulled back so much super quick. Something as simple as that could be taken advantage of. And I am making this sound so much more simpler than it is, but that's the whole point of me being here. I'm trying to simplify it so we can understand it better. People think confidence comes from rep. I mean, it does come from reps, but it's because you're getting a better understanding of something. If I bet in the beginning, if I asked you, hey, how do you trade? I bet you couldn't explain it to me. I bet it would be like alien language. But I bet if I asked you now, you'd probably have a pretty decent idea of how to explain to me how you like to do things. And that's because you understand it better. You're able to break it down in a simpler fashion. That's the best form of memorization. It's not writing it down on flashcards. It's not repeating it back to yourself. It's not reps. The best form of memorization is breaking something down to a simpler, you know, making it simple. That's all I'm trying to explain. So if you can do that and you truly understand something, you can explain whatever you do to a 6-year-old, you know, then you probably have a good understanding of what you're doing, which allows you to have natural confidence. Don't let this non-natural confidence pour into you. The confidence that comes from, oh dude, I got 105% today. That is great, but don't allow that to fill you up with this bullshit. That's hot air. That's all that is. By the way, I do see tech pulling back a little bit more. We'll see if this continues, guys. Holy shit, Banks. That looks so much worse on the 1 minute. Man, for a second, I thought that was a 5-minute chart, and I was like, gee, I mean, doesn't look much better in the 5 minute. Who am I kidding? It's actually crazy. Dude, I bet this is fucking up the CCL chart. Yeah. We gotta probably cut that. And then this one's weird because it's energy based. So it's one of these ones that probably will just keep going up even though the TA doesn't make sense in the daily. We'll see though. The weekly did give us an indecisive candle, but I don't mind that one. That one's like a trade you could hold for a while. CCL though, need to act on that. That does suck. See, I can lose swing trades. It's very possible. Well, good swing trades, I should say. I'd say that was a good setup that actually failed. I feel like a lot of my losses have been like things I forced, but this one was actually one that was like, you know, good setup just failed. So I will actually take that on the chin proudly. That might be a little bit of cope. All right, let's go back to SPY. Whoa. I also like to explain why we're cutting it. I think too many people are basing things without context. Like, how many of you guys are like, if it breaks this level, I'm in. If it does this, I'm out. Like, that's great, but that's not that great at the same time because you're not adding anything to it. You're just setting up a very basic trigger, a very basic condition set, right? But if you add context to it, oh, the sector's weak right here as well, or I had a level here on its sector and it's breaking it. as well. Now you have outside context outside of the individual equity you're looking at. Now you also have sector confluence to add into that. Something to actually bite off of, you know what I mean? But yeah, context. He's truthing about tariffs right now. When you say truthing, you mean Truth Social, right? Nothing that should affect the market. Yeah. Yes? Okay. I just had to ask. You never know these days. Because to be honest with you guys, I don't care about your political opinions. But I do believe in everyone's like opinions though. Like I don't care if you think about this or that about Trump, but I think we should all agree that yes, his tweets could move the market. Like I think we should all at least be on that understanding, which I think most people are, which is good. Good morning, dude. What is up, brother? It's good to see you, D-Touch. My Amazon goat. Right now, we're looking to see if the market's going to continue getting weaker here now that we've broken this area. Kind of keeping my eye on my left eye's open on this, my right eye's open on this. But my left eye's open on this over here on the sectors because we're kind of sitting on $1 down on XLK. We've been stuck at about 220, 218 on XLY. These were the ones that went down a lot. So kind of keep my eyes on those because if those continue to, well, not get lower, then we're probably bouncing on SPY. So if anybody needs a quick update, there you go. The freak out on Microsoft is a good buy the dip? Yeah, probably. This is insane for them. Like, I'm not surprised they fell, but it is insane they're down this much in correlation to their sector. If you look at the XOK chart, you'd believe Microsoft was still holding 400 something. No, they're not. Microsoft's like down here on that chart. They're way behind their sector. Or way ahead of it, who knows? Like, let's go look at Apple. Where's she at? Where are you at? Yeah, I mean, that doesn't look nearly as bad. And they have AI exposure. I like to compare NVIDIA as well because they have insane exposure. See, the thing with NVIDIA, though, and like Apple and a couple of these other companies, they don't just have large language models. They actually do have real AI as well. Yeah, I mean, look at NVIDIA. This isn't bad at all. Like, crazy chopping. Don't get me wrong. Like, crazy move down, crazy move up. Like, you can just see it's the effect of it, but they're not down in the trenches, though. That Microsoft chart. But yeah, honestly, like, because of how much bearishness there is around it, it probably will get like a random spike. But that wouldn't surprise me. Will I trade that? Fuck no. But that wouldn't shock me either. Seeing it just randomly spike now that it's pushed lower and everyone's like suddenly becoming bearish more now. It's crazy. People are just now becoming bearish on it. This is where people are finally getting more bearish on it, like out loud, which is crazy because they should have been doing that after this gap down. At the very least, or even after this little break back here. Because honestly, that kind of scared me seeing us actually break and go lower, not just breaking and retaking like everything else did, because that's what literally every other tech chart did. They broke the recent support and they retook. Microsoft did not. So about from here is where I started getting scared, but I would have never said, yeah, this is going to 380. I would have never said that. I would have said, maybe 400, maybe 420, but I do not see us going down to 3. Like that's a crazy drop so far. So I don't want to act like I knew that was going to happen to that extent. Like, I think you could have definitely pointed out that it is trying to pull back, but I don't think you could have said to what extent. I don't think anybody could have. Pretty crazy. And you guys, we did end up pulling back more. As you can see, my left eye is open. We fell about 30 more cents on XLY. We just fell about 40 cents on tech. Fell a little bit more on banks. Staples are still holding green too. That's pretty funny. It did get a nice little drop though. I don't know if anybody took this. I definitely did not. I'm honestly just kind of chilling, reading out some updates right now. But I'm not going to lie. It's a pretty good resistance right here on these 3 candles here to at least give some visual confidence around a good area. But definitely good confidence behind the context here, seeing this get weaker, seeing this get weaker, seeing this get weaker. Seeing the red number get bigger, you know, that's really all we're looking at. I would say outside of the visual confidence here, I really liked the sector confidence. Maybe that's a good way of wording it. Y'all like that better? Bing bong, 45 points, mini NASDAQ shorties. Good shit, Matty Ice. Round of applause for Matty Ice. Pre-market low retest play is an option. Carter. Ha 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 ha. Matty, same. And right now is a great time to look for a midterm retest as well. You could draw it two different ways. You could draw it from the high to the low. Honestly, you probably want to draw both. Go from the level to the low. So as long as it stays under this, should continue lower. If it retakes this area, gives it a chance to go bump its head against this and see if we can get a retake going or not. Or full turn retest for all we know. Damn, nice. Great update there, Carter. He said 15-minute outside bar at the open, took the golden pocket of it, the retest of it. I could visualize everything you just typed like super quickly, very clearly in my head. I'll check that out here in a second because I want to see that now. PML is at 685.65. Oh, good looks. That is about this area. I didn't even realize. PML lines up right there. Good call. Let's go. SPY made the low ahead of the time too. But yeah, clean retest sold the new low. Good shit. Yeah, honestly, getting a retest that actually gets a new low or a bullish retest that gets a new high and you get that extrinsic value pouring into your contract, that has to be the greatest feeling ever, no matter what you're trading. Midterm retest holding up so far. I won't lie, I've been eyeing the 684, 683 contracts the whole time. This can go down a lot lower too. If we see 684.40s break, this could be a really red day. So it's important to see if this is a midterm retest to go lower or not. Because if so, it might just break that level straight up. It did drop about $5 from our high, though. I like to keep that in my mind too. You know, we're only red. I mean, actually, we are red a few bucks now. It is almost 0.7%. New low. Let's see if I was right. Let's see if we just straight up break that level. Now, I don't mean it's going to stay under it. I mean, like, straight up break it. They'll probably retake it the very next candle. If it's, you know, something super aggressive. If it's a little slower, maybe they do just teeter under it and fall a little bit more. And the reason I'm able to say that is just, again, watching those sectors on the left and also combining it with things that we're drawing on our actual chart itself. Just to kind of simplify that as much as possible. Is everybody here good, though? We're all on the same page. We're all understanding of this trying to break support. Or it already kind of has. We're seeing it's going to remain under it now. No one's lost on direction. No one feels like they don't understand what the hell's being said. I don't want to leave anybody behind. And don't be scared to say, yeah, I'm fucking lost. Speak up, man. Mini NASDAQ 15-minute would be played. Some golden pocket new low days, simple BB. Nice. I like that left side chart to give us context on what you're looking for. Very clear red candle there. I like that you're looking for the GP of that. Let's see what you did here on the right side chart. Lower open. Went up to retest it. Damn, that's actually really, really, really clean off that 24,960 on your chart. That shit is clean. Damn, good shit then. You know you're doing something right if you're even close to what Maddie's doing. You're doing something right. Good shit though. And honestly, your review is super clean, crisp, and just quick, Carter. I love that shit the most when someone in chat can do that because that is a instant indication to me that someone understands what they're doing. Because you can break it down super, super quick. You don't need a paragraph. Like a sentence of words, and I understood everything you were doing. Like that's crazy. Really, really good review. Good shit though. I'm happy to see that from you. Wondering why the hell Moderna is at 53. Is that up or down? It sounds like it's up. What? I remember this, but I don't remember any of this shit. I don't remember any of this shit. This is why I just stick to SPY, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know why that's doing that. If you ask me, I'm just gonna sit there and tell you, well, XLV's going up, but I don't know why the fuck Moderna's going up. I'm definitely not gonna sit here and pretend like I know why that's doing that. See over here, this is what I was looking for right here. Dump, pump. It actually already happened at this exact level. Sold Verizon shares to put money elsewhere. I sold on the... Oh, that's fucking heartbreaking. I'll get off that chart, dude. I'm sorry. That's actually heartbreaking. I messed up one word and all that. I'll tell you what I just typed. So I said, level below tested after the break of key area. Now to see if there's more selling on today's plate under 684.40s, or will we eventually hold here to smack our heads against the key area again? I feel like that's a good update. Just good context update. That's all they really are. Remind everybody what the hell we're seeing. What are we feeling? All the hard work that I put into learning from you. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. All credit goes to you, though, bro. You're the one who worked for it. Maddie. Is one of those left alone ones that surprised me. LOL. You. Oh, and Moderna. Yeah, fuck that chart. I honestly don't like Moderna, but it's just because it has like crazy price action. It has nothing to do with the company. Other people are like, dude, I fucking hate Moderna. COVID. Like, I don't care. I just hate the price action. UNH though, that's the one we can. That's the one we can talk about. I like UNH. Do you still call them the 40 and 80% play? Me? I mean, you'll occasionally hear me mention that if you're talking to me. I will occasionally call them. It honestly depends who I'm talking to. Because, these days, when I say 80%, like, I really hope you hear the word retest. When I say retest, I hope you hear the word 80%. Like, I kind of hope you're hearing the other one as well. I hope it echoes. Can we get this dump? I wasn't sure if you changed name to avoid confusion. Honestly, it just turned into like it was just a natural thing. Like I wouldn't say I planned to start saying the word retest, But to be honest with you, I just started seeing it like from a realist point of view. Like everybody calls it a retest. Nobody calls it what I call it. And I literally make fun of that. I literally make fun of people who make up terms to make it sound special. But in all honesty, that was really what we thought at the time. I've explained the lore before, but like we really thought, probability. Let's split it up like that. We think this has 40% out of 100% compared to this other one that has 80 out of 100. Like you should have more confidence seeing this other one, is what we're basically saying to ourselves. So honestly, I don't mind if people still use those terms, and if I accidentally use them, like honestly, it's not a big deal. But it is a little goofy to have names for things that already exist, because I've had so many people over the years be like, because the term orb did not exist. Nobody used that term. Like you got to remember, when I was trading, nobody said these terms. You had to kind of just have your own, or make sense of something on your, like I never in my life have heard somebody say orb. So we had to come up with the 40% because it was just an open range breakout. That's all. It's the same exact thing. So over the years, I've had people ask me like, "Well, isn't it just an orb?" It's like, yeah, it is, but no shit, you would say that. You have context from today's info. At the time, we didn't know that was called an orb. Nobody calls it that, because that's not what people said back in the, like when I was trading. That's not what people said. No one would say that shit. You would literally never find someone type that. Retest. Nobody said that word. Nobody said the word retest. Like, though that might seem like such a commonly used word nowadays, it really wasn't back then. A lot of people were more focused on like confluence confirmations, like using two indicators at once and then both giving a confirmation. That's confluence confirmation. That's kind of what we do with our sectors versus our price action. But as you can see, I like this a lot more because it's not indicators that are late and lagging. We're using live sector movement with live price action. So it's like you're using two live indicators basically to help us. I've been focusing on basics, and 80% has been working as long as strict stop loss. Yeah, 100%. You need to definitely understand though that there's different types though, and that you have to treat them differently. Like when you see like a single candle retest or your 3-bar plays, those are a lot of the time continuation retests, right? That's completely different than a retest that's holding super strong and gonna probably be a pivotal point of the day. By the way, look at the curling on the 1 minute there. That is so beautiful. I still see our sectors getting weaker though. I look over here and it's not looking pretty. This isn't worse because of our staples in healthcare, but honestly, these have gotten worse. If that breaks support, we're done. That's still just dumping. That's still just dumping. That's trying not to. Healthcare, we're also trying to dump and they're holding on. Staples going up, I'm not really shocked. That's more of a reaction to this, probably. That is very interesting, though. I wish there was like a pie graph indicator you could put on the TOS chart right here. And it's literally just these sectors and like a big circle with just changing colors. Red and green fighting back and forth to see who has majority. Because it definitely feels like bears have majority, but that's like a no shit thing to say right now. But from here, will it be more red than green? That's kind of what the question is now. They are curling up now, though. So we'll see if we get the bounce of this and go test that midterm retest area again, or are they finally just gonna, knock out right here? I really am like more focused on the numbers right here now, because we know we're at a level. Like that shouldn't be something you have to stare at. But if these get worse, that should be more important. But yeah, Data J, that's just to kind of sum it up. I honestly don't care what term people use, as long as they understand what they're looking at. But it is insane how people do that nowadays. Coming up with all these term names for things that already exist. Like that's why it gets under my skin when somebody goes, "That's a fair value gap." It's like, no, it isn't. That's a 50% of a candlestick pattern. That's not a fair value gap, brother. That's just what you call it. Like that's like you trying to tell me how to talk. It'd be like me trying to tell you how to talk. Like, that's not right. Like that's the term they're used to, and this is the term I'm used to. Like that's really all it is. But it is insane how terms are being just abused nowadays, just to kind of throw off. And it's crazy because it happens in so many fields. Like when I was in plumbing, there was a guy that worked above me. I didn't really work with him that long, He got let go really quick. And he would make up shit just to kind of sell things to the customers. And I never liked it. I remember I hated working with him. I never like was working at my 100%. I was in a bad attitude all the time when I'd talk to him. Plus, I was friends with the boss, so I knew I could kind of get away with talking shit to someone like that. But I just like he would make up terms. He'd be like, your flatula is fucked up. I need to actually fix that in your garbage disposal, and then to sell them a whole garbage disposal. It's like, brother, what? I was, it's funny because you'd think I was saying it for good morals, but in reality, I was just too lazy to want to help him do a garbage disposal because residential plumbing is actually ass. The amount of trader reels I get now is nasty. Motherfuckers acting like they the genie. You need this one candle to make, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even click on trading content, and my feed's pretty fucked as well. Potential lower high under midterm retest area. More bearish context. But yeah, everybody will have you thinking they're fucking killing it. That's why I like to be honest with you guys, and I like to the focus in here to be more focused on what are you doing. Like, yeah, it's nice if someone goes to chat. It's like, dude, I just hit this goal of mine. Like, that's awesome. I'm not trying to downplay that, but I don't want that to be the attention focus for people in my chat because it's just like it's really weird, and it draws like really fake realities for people. You're telling me I could make 30,000 a day? Like what, brother? Did you even hear yourself? Do you even know how much money 30K a day is? Like, are we being real right now? The easiest way to make a small fortune in the stock market, start with a large fortune. That's true. And that's funny too, because a lot of the people that make those posts are like secretly related to people who have a lot of money. Like, I remember when me and a bunch of people exposed this one trader back in the day, Nower Trades. That guy is an idiot. I mean, he would sit there and tell everybody he used to have in his bio first generational trader, while his dad is a famous soccer player who's played at professional levels, right, making tons of money, and is a trader. So that would not make him a first generational trader. Like just shit like that. Like it's the wording people give. It's crazy. Like, does he make money trading? Yeah, I'm sure he does. But is he starting with nothing? No, fuck no, he isn't. Like he's probably dropping 90K in account buying Apple and Tesla shares, and he literally did do that one time. Like it's like, and no hate, that's a smart ass trade. But don't sit there and act like you're a fucking genius. You made a great decision, but that doesn't make you a genius. And also, calling yourself a genius isn't how you become a genius. Like, no, you should never be calling yourself that. That word should never leave your mouth. Unless you're calling someone else one, that's totally fine. But to sit there and call yourself one is wild work. And this comes from someone who this person used to copy like old Discord posts and put them in his own Discord and would think he's super special. It's like if someone like that can act like that and many people think he's like, totally good, nothing's wrong, he can't do any wrong. That alone showed me just how shitty the trading space is. If he can do that, how bad do you think it is below that? Like that's what I just explained about him really isn't even that bad. Like, yeah, it is, but I mean, the grand scheme of things, it's really not that bad. But it gets so much worse. It's just like I've seen some really shitty things running this group, but there's also some cool things. There's some pretty cool people. Like I'm on a first name basis with somebody who runs like the biggest trading space. Like I think it's cool. I can message him anytime I want. Um, I think it's cool that I know someone that's like legit so busy with actually working at the stock exchange they can't run their Discord group. You know what I mean? Like it's cool knowing these people on the other end of that coin. It's not just shitty, evil people everywhere. Like, there are a couple people here and there that are going to be super awesome. You're good, Data J. I mean, if you throw the name out, I'm not gonna throw shade. And I'm really not even throwing shade at anyone right now. I'm just kind of explaining what I've experienced. It's not like I'm trying to trash talk anybody. I don't even know if Now Trades exist anymore or not. He's probably fine. Like, his words don't mean shit to him. But yeah, I mean, it's not good to trash people. Even if they are doing some kind of shitty things, like, it's just like probably just best to ignore them. Let them live in their own environment. Can't really change much about that shit. I used to be like that with like politics. Like, I don't even vote, but I used to always think like, oh man, it'd be so cool to like fix the world and make everybody love each other. Like, but that's just not possible. Things are super divided, they're gonna stay that way. It's just a sad reality. And it's honestly not like just a political problem. Like, I honestly blame social media. Social media makes things seem so fake. And just, I don't know, fake realities. It's just not good. Like, you guys are talking about like trading fake realities. Like, imagine imagine all the other like niches on the internet that's not trading related that is probably doing the same thing. Like, it's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I was about to cut the 684 strike that I was talking about. It's up $21 right here. $23. Wow, we're on fire, dude. I almost cut it, but then this candle happened. And I was like, all right, I have a little bit of confidence. This is getting lower. These are getting a little bit lower. Actually, that's trying to hold. Banks are hitting a pretty big target. Discretionary is finally turning the corner. So we might be seeing the start of a bounce here. So I might have to just get out of that. Might be seeing the start of a bounce here. I'm trying to keep levels below and above on the chart because it's kind of nice having that. DMD bet. Appreciate that. It's crazy. I actually just unfollowed this person you sent me. Like, literally last night. I just unfollowed that person last night. But it's not because I don't like their trading. It's because of the group and the people they belong to. It wouldn't surprise me if that group produces fake trader gains because it's of who the owner is. I wouldn't necessarily because of that person. I would say because of the owner of that group. Yeah, that's a pretty red flag. But yeah, that's funny. You sent me that name. I literally just unfollowed that person last night because I was like, you know what? I need to unfollow all these fucking people. Like, I don't follow that many people on Twitter, but I was like, I'm gonna just get this out of my hair now. And it's funny too. Like, I probably am like a loser for just unfollowing them and ignoring them, and I haven't even blocked anybody. I've literally just done the ignore thing. But like, to be honest with you, I just don't feel like dealing with it. It's not even that I'm like avoiding confrontation. Like, I don't even want to think about it anymore. Like, I'm not joking with y'all. In yesterday's stream, I I knew I had to get that shit off my chest when I went to bed thinking about it, and when I woke up still thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I need to just get this done. I was like, I don't even want to attack anybody. I just want to get this out, say it once, and just move on. Like, it's just such a fucking headache. No shade to like the KT guys or anything, but Jesus, bunch of fucking children over there. He went from a losing trader to making a little over $1 million to making 13.5 million last year. Yeah, that's literally literally just sounds like Mel. Like that literally sounds just like Mel. And like we had some good times and bad times with Mel, but Jesus, man. It is insane how many people are doing that shit nowadays. Guys, do I cut this or hold this? You make my decision for me today. You're all financial advisors. Does Bueller hold this 684 strike? He's up about 17 to $18 here per contract. Do we risk it for the biscuit or do we cut it? We'll see what chat's saying. The 50% on your chart aligns with the Friday support. I hate you. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Yeah, exactly. 683.87 I have as an old 50% level. You're saying target that? You're not liable? You guys suck, man. Might be a good spot to take and move on. Bet. See, Carter gave me a good straight answer. He said I'm pretty much at a target. I'm not liable is a good answer. All right, we'll take it and move on. If it dumps more, though, no, I'm kidding. I won't lie. I don't like shorting something too when I can literally see the other sectors trying to bounce because they've been selling. Like that's another thing. Like I just jumped in late. But can't be mad about a winning trade. Cannot be mad about a winning trade. I definitely should have been entering like here. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, seeing 3 bearish candlesticks like that while I was sitting here saying these are dumping, I should have been clicking around. I think that's my problem. I need to quit clicking around as much. But the what's it called was there. The context was there. The reasoning, it makes sense. Dumping from here to here, that's just a good clean rejection. But seeing the continuation of that rejection is something else. And you could really pick up on that just watching your sectors more. And then using Confluence with like, oh, it's breaking a support, or oh, it's holding a support, or doing this or that with a level that I like. And make sure you understand that level that you like. Hit my PT, I'd be in runners if I had enough contracts. Hey, that's good though. You should always be in that mindset, even if you aren't actually in the trade anymore. I tell Rigney that all the time. Like, bro, even if you don't have anything left, just pretend. Pretend you have fucking 2 contracts on the plate still. Just because it's like, I don't know, it's just important that you practice that. Because I hate when people are like, I'm gonna wait till I can do it to practice that. It's like, what do you mean? You're gonna wait till you actually have the money to do that? So you're gonna blow your money like that doesn't make any sense to me. When you could go through the mindset at least after a real trade, right? Maybe you only had 1 or 2 contracts, get out, and then pretend in your head, okay, I'm still in one. Let's see what I can do with it. Actually check the quote of the contract if that helps you. Make it feel like it's real. Whatever you got to do. But yeah, practice runners and practice like a second half of your trade. Ow! Fuck! I just smacked my hand against the table. Oh, that fucking hurt. Why did I do that? But yeah. So it's funny though. It literally always comes back to context. And there's that 683.87 Carter was talking about that he has as an old 50% level. Which honestly, that's literally all you had to tell me. It's nice seeing a old 50% level still being used. And I have said it many times in the past. It's a little weird how you could literally just chart a bunch of 50% on your chart. You could do like every gap, you could do like every previous day from recent, and it's insane how the price action will use those levels still. Because it's weird, dude. It really is. Like it's like the same thing when people see like the emerging candle method. They're like, dude, why does price action bounce these so much and so well? It's like because you're just marking the closes of an emerging day, right? That's why. Because it's a notable part of a session. It's the same thing with the 50%. I think it's a notable part of the session. Probably not as visible to most people like a close or an open of a candle because it's in the middle of a candle. You got to actually physically market. Not everybody does that. So I think that's why they are so naturally strong with price action. How they're so reliable with, oh, I think it'll test this or it should react to this to some extent. But yeah, good looks on your 683.87. And how we doing in the Discord? Linwood's here, bro. What is up, Linwood? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing great. I was just checking Discord to see if I missed anything. Sand dollar. A little number times a big number is still a big number. Preach. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. Damn, that reaction, dude, to your 683.87 level. What a fucking call. Did bro just call low of day? No, I'm kidding. Just don't get ahead. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Great call out, though. Short term like that was beautiful. Even if it does dump more, just that initial reaction alone is like, damn. Kind of spot on that one. Good shit, though, Carter. Living life large. Good to hear, brother. Right now, we're watching to see if this will continue to sell off under 684.40s. But right now, I'm kind of more interested to see. I mean, I guess we're already kind of done with it, but Carter's little target there was beautiful. What a perfect answer. I said, should I sell or not? And he said, yeah, sell at this level, dude. Goes down 3 minutes later, hits level exactly. Even reacts to level. Why does YouTube keep tell me I have a notification? No, I do not. Damn, no more BO1s in the stage 3. Sorry, I'm getting screenshots for something. Ignore me. Still holding on to that area. Damn, that was probably the best advice someone could have given me in that scenario. W. Carter. What a real one. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought CCL contract was doing a lot worse than it was. Okay. Well, if people cut that today, I guess I don't feel too bad. I guess I should know that because the contract is kind of deep. So it's not going to react as much as like a speedboat. It's going to be more like a really big freight ship that turns really slowly. Also, cool seeing our little midterm retest hold up as well. I forgot to mention that after doing it. Just kind of drawing conclusions of the high to the low of this first move after breaking support, as well as from the area of support to the low. And just kind of seeing, as long as it stays under this, should maintain being bearish outside of just, of course, the obvious. This is just something to draw away from the area that we like. So we're really just focused on being bullish above this, bearish below this, and then anything else we do outside of that is added on to that, right? So if we're under it and you find something else, that's great. You found two things to be bearish on. That's great. That's what you want to go for. Does that make sense though? We all understand that. Give me like a thumbs up or something, or an emoji or whatever the hell. You don't have to actually type, but just send something. If everybody understands that, we're good. Going for the second thing, waiting for the second thing, letting a couple things show up. By thing, I mean confirmation, candlestick, whatever. It could mean 50 different things, really. I think that's why I keep calling it thing. It's just so many things. There I go. There I go again saying it. It's good seeing your name, Dondu. SF. Where the hell did you get that one? Damn, YouTube's got a couple good ones. And then you give me a laughing cat. How dare you? Wait, actually, where is that purple thing? I actually can't find that one. That one's actually kind of cool. Reminds me of like Galaga or something. It's near the cats. Great. Where are the cats? Oh wait, I see animals now. It's near the cats. Damn, I got a lot of animals on here. A lot of aminals. Oh, I see what you mean by near the cats now. I found it. It also reminds me of Stardew Valley. Morning, friends. What is up, Ace? Dude, I was just talking about your sorry. I mean your beautiful self the other day. Good to see you, man. I had a whole Sunday stream without you and everything. Good to see you though, bro. How are you doing? What's going on over there in the north? I know you guys are dealing with crazy temperatures. It's probably nothing to Ace. He's just built different. I bet you, of all people, were very happy that I called out Keanu finally. And not really call him out, but just move away from him. Not really. I'm not trying to like bash on him super hard or anything. I just also just don't feel good about that, regardless of how shitty someone might be. I bet you, of all people, were happy as hell. No, I didn't talk about him today. That was in Sunday stream. You can go back to the beginning of Sunday stream if you want to hear some of the ranting. I'm not doing it again. That's why I left it all on the Sunday stream. I'd rather just leave it there, move on. But I can't tell you guys how many of you messaged me were like, dude, I'm so happy. Someone bought lifetime membership yesterday because of that. They were like, yeah, dude, I was so pissed when I heard that. I was so happy to see you do that and just blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Jesus. There were so many of you that were like more willing than I was to do this. So I think that speaks volumes. Did you ban him from showing up here? The only thing I can do on YouTube is just hide him from the channel. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if he wanted to, he could literally just spam my channel. That's probably another reason I'm probably not trying to be malicious with it. I just want to move away from the guy. That's all. I don't got any like malicious hate towards him. He's definitely done some things that I could call out, but I just don't see that point in stirring it all up. It's like, bro, it's been a while. Who cares? It affects me, sure, but I could just move on from it. We don't need to confront it and call out every little thing I could call out. You know, it's just a little weird. Every time I don't show up for a while, interesting shit happens. I mean, this literally just happened yesterday. Like I said, just for a TLDR for people who are like, what the fuck? You can just check out the Sunday stream if you want. It's in the first 20, 30 minutes, I'm doing all this stuff about that. And then we go on to the actual Sunday stream. But in short, I went to bed thinking about it. I woke up thinking about it. And I was just like, you know what? I need to deal with this. And it's not that I want to call out, like I said already, I don't want to call him out. I want to move away from the guy. He tries to connect himself to my community too much, and it really is annoying because I've had countless people, and I'm not gonna show you who because it's just I'm not trying to expose people, but there's so many people who have messaged me in the past like year and a half, and especially this last like month or two, where they told me, "Hey man, I thought you and Keanu were the same person." And whether it's him pretending to be me, whether it's him doing this shit that he does where he says something and means another, I don't really know. I don't really care. But it is annoying because there's so many people that genuinely think we're the same person, and we're not. And it's even more annoying because I have screenshots that literally show him learning from me in Leland specifically from 2024, not even a whole 2 years ago, where he's literally like a guppy in my chat. And now he has like his own server, and that's great. Like, go do your own thing. I don't care. But why do you have this feeling to need to stick to me like that and take away from what I have inadvertently? I don't think he's meaning to do it, but he's definitely doing it. He's definitely taking away from my pile. And I don't mean like members. Like, I don't care if people go to his chat. That's fine. Like, go do you. But to sit there and tell people that, like, yeah, this is my strategy, and relabeling the emerging candles the blue line method, even though that's just my method, but he just named it something different. And then the pre-market shit, like in all of his like, he has a lot of people in there that just repost the pre-market levels and previous day levels, and it's like, that's great, man. I'm glad they are like using my strategy and shit, but like, I don't know, it's just cringe. And recently, I've been seeing people that used to be in my chat type in his chat, so I left his shit, and I was like, I'm just tired of seeing this shit and knowing about it, so I just left. I'm done. And it all comes back to like, some of them genuinely do just like being in there, and that's fine. Like, I don't care about that. But there's people who genuinely don't even know that we're different people because he's gone through this thorough decision of like making people think we're the same thing, and that he's the originator of it all. Like, it's just cringe. And you know what's funny? Like, I'm the one that I feel like is at fault at the end of this because I didn't act on it. I didn't say anything. I just kind of let it happen. It's just because I don't want to deal with confrontation like that. It's a whole nother fucking ordeal with these fucking online people. But what I was gonna say though is it's funny because like there's so many people in my chat and people who aren't even in my chat anymore who just trade on their own who have constantly came back to me over the years and been like, hey man, this guy's doing this. Hey man, this guy's doing this, and it's always about him every single time. So, like I said, I'm honestly not trying to drag him through the mud, even though I just kind of did. But yeah, let's just move on. But I've had a lot of you reach out to me and be like, yo, I wish you'd cut this guy off, or yo, I wish you'd fucking push him away, or yo, I wish you'd like call him out, or yo, I wish you'd do this because he's obviously just taking away from you and copying all your shit, renaming it even, you know? Yeah, the B test. That was pretty crazy. Him coming out with that was pretty crazy. Literally calling a lower high retest a B test is crazy. Also, he stole the whole B idea too. The B thing comes from another large trader that existed before I did. It's like, brother, you can't even come up with your own idea. But he takes advantage of people to do what he does. Yeah, and there's honestly there's a lot of people in the past that I've seen quit trading because of him. So that's why I'm honestly just pushing away myself from him because it's bad. I see people losing a lot of money in there, and the people who are making money, it looks so sketchy. It just looks like a big group of mills. There's like two people in that entire server that work for him that I somewhat believe. The Amma chick, she seems fine. I've yet to see a single thing from her that I'm like, wow, she's sus. But she's connected to him, so I got to push myself away from her. But nothing wrong with her. No malicious hate towards her. And then Dodge. Dodge is a hard person for me to push away from because though I don't talk to him a lot, he is really cool. Yeah, he's got kids and shit. Like he's pretty chill. So I think that's another reason it's been so hard for me to push away because there's just so many people that are connected between both communities. But not at the same time. You know what I mean? It's just weird. And some people in here probably think it's not a big deal, but like you got to remember, we're talking like hundreds and hundreds of people at one point. This was a damaging effect back then when there was more people. It's a damaging effect now with less people. So it's just a big deal. But like I said, we're done talking about it. That's all I'm going to talk about it. I'm just kind of over it at this point. It's more exhausted than I am annoyed these days, which I guess is a sign of me growing up. 100 people at 100 a month. Yeah, that's pretty insane. And during it all, he tried to get me to up my prices during it all. Like he was one of those voices that were like, "Yo, increase your prices, dude. You should be charging more. Why don't you charge more for this?" Shut up, dude. It's just a weird thing to tell someone. I would never try to tell any of you how to live your lives because it just feels weird. Where's my tariff reversal moon that I was promised by these forex traders? Yeah, bro. These forex traders became liquidity. It was insane how many people I saw posting like mooning post and shit. I bet X is real quiet right now. You're still trying to get me to lower prices so you can get a YouTube. Shut up, dude. Actually, shut up. I keep wanting to be like, yo, how are you doing, Ace? And then he types some shit like that. Oh, you have it on paper? Nice. Yeah, that one's fucky right now. we're not in pain because we got the right contract, but man, imagine we were in like next week's. God. That's why I reacted the way I did, like when I was talking about it earlier, because it's just like I'm so used to. I'm just so used to fucking like closer dated contracts. So when I saw that, I was like, "Oh God, we're down like 40%." But then I looked and I was like, "Oh, we're." It was like break even at one point, and then it was down like $18. It's like, "Oh, okay, shit. I ain't even mad." Like if that's my losing swing in like a while, I will take it because we've had a couple losers, but they've all been really small, and that's honestly been the whole reasoning behind my success in my swings. We're doing really good on our winners, but our losers are allowing us to be doing good on our winners because we haven't really lost a lot on a single play in a while. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like to talk like that because I like to get ahead of myself, but we have been doing really good in our losers, and I'm very proud of that. I like that when I can lose, I'm not losing my ass. I like that I can go 4 for 10 and I'm up 40% still. So imagine the week I go 8 for 10, 6 for 10, 9 for 10. Like, fuck, we're gonna be killing it. So if that's me at my worst, whew, we're chilling. 0 for 1? What do you mean? I'm actually 1 for 2 today. We got a scalp dub and yeah, cutting the CCL swing. What's up though, Ace? You got anything to say? That isn't like completely out of your ass. And yeah, Carter, that was actually pretty funny what you said. I'm not chirping at all. But yeah, no, I mean, to be honest with you, I was just kind of glad to be out of that trade because it's not like I like officially called it out in stream, so I was just wanting to kind of get out of it. But yeah, it is dumping its ass off now. But that wasn't in my plan, so I don't get to sit here and complain. Plus, I feel like that's a mood killer. Imagine someone shorting and I'm just sitting here complaining about how I could have done something different. Like, that's just weird. Kind of ruining the experience for someone else, probably. Because I'm certain there's someone in here shorting still. And we'll be seeing the result of that. But no, that is funny, though. I'm cool with that. Like, you can take stabs at me if it's, like, actually relatable. It's when people say random shit, it's like, dude, no one was even talking about that. That's when it's like, okay, I'm gonna get butthurt. Like when Ace types. Got your wisdom teeth taken out last week. Feels like I got punched in the face. I wish I got to punch you in the face, man. You ever need another tooth removed, bro? Please hit me up. I got you for free. No, you're good, Carter. I was the one who asked you. I said, should I sell or should I hold? We pointed at a target. I got out. I'm not gonna sit here and hold you guys to that. That's weird. Shouldn't have said it if I didn't want to do it. I get to live through the 70s a second time. Markets trade like ass and everyone hates each other geopolitically. Is that really what the 70s were like? That's crazy. Man, everyone speaks like the 70s were like the best. Or was it the 60s? I never remember anymore. I suck. Nah, you're good, man. I'll be honest with you, I still made like 38 per contract on that. And y'all don't even know how many I'd be buying, so trust me, you're good. And if anything, Carter, these scalps mean absolutely nothing to me. I think that's why I'm more comfortable with them. Because they mean nothing to me. Like I'm so more focused on swings. So whenever I get a good scalp, it's just like if I can get a positive scalp, even if it's just something small, like shit, that's a huge win to me. So I'm fine with it. It does suck seeing it dump more and we're not catching bigger gains. Yeah, of course. But That is something that we have to all learn to stomach because it's going to happen all the time, honestly. If you think about how much the market moves, like, of course, you're not going to capture every bit of every move that you're trading. It's just doesn't make sense that you would. It's weird to say that out loud, too, because when you're in the moment and you're trading it, it feels like you should be able to catch it all. Like, no, I should have made this make sense. Well, Julius, there's a lot of drama that I had to explain today, so I am sorry about that. Like I said, I'm trying to move on from that so we can just go back to focusing on the shit that matters. But I am sorry that you had to hear that today. Like I said, I was trying to leave that in just yesterday's stream because there was a lot of drama that happened recently that was kind of big because everybody knows about it in my chat. So I had to talk about it. So I am sorry about that. The 60s weren't so bad. The 70s were just endlessly higher prices and geopolitical cold conflicts. Damn. So the 60s is where the haven was. Did I ever take a look at UPST or TT? Yeah, I did. I could literally tell you what the TTD chart looks like in my head. This one's really cool because it's not like a really big low. Well, I'll go back to the context first. There was a low that they hit, then kind of bounced. So they had like their impulse move, came back down because they couldn't get the high. And though it would have been nice to see them consolidate around this area, yeah, they have dissipated off the face of the earth. Like they're way down. Let's go see. I honestly, whenever you see a chart that looks like this, and it's just like a straight pump or a straight dump, go to a bigger time frame because it's so easy to be bearish on a chart that looks like this, and you probably should be. But let's just zoom out to see. Is there anything of notable context? Like thinking back to our rules, like we do like low to high of red candle. I don't really want to do that on the monthly because that's just fucking massive. So let's go from the low to like the close of that red candle. It's where the open is too. So there's a couple good levels. So we can at least aim for something that's down there. But let's see. Yeah, we got a while. we got a lot of room under. We'll wait to see if that ever connects. So I'll be honest, I'm probably waiting on TTD. Plus, I don't really believe in TTD as much as I would like a UPST. Now this one is different because it's directly connected to the interest rate. So I don't know about this one, but as the interest rates get better, which it seems like they aren't getting better because no one's really focusing on them as much because there's just so much shit going on in the world. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see this start to recover more over time as interest rates start to come down. Rough buy for me at 48, but DCAing. I won't lie, I like this a lot more than TTD. Partially because I have Leland bias. Like Leland shared a lot of what this shit does to me, so just that's where I get my information from on that. But I really do like this, as long as the interest rate comes down. But as you've seen recently, it still hasn't come down more. Though data, kind of says that it should. There's a lot of things that are screaming that the interest rate should come down more, but they just aren't. You are right. We are in the 70s inflation and Iran fights. Hey, man, the 60s didn't have Trump. Oh, wait. Y'all had someone else. Who would the Trump and Biden be of the 60s? Was there any living Rockefellers in the 60s? Let's go back to SPY. Oh, wait, real quick. Let's check our sectors real quick. Did these get worse? Because remember, this is what gives you your confidence for things to drop or rise more on our SPY chart, just to kind of keep it simple. But as you can see, the tech chart has dumped into the 139 and even the 138.27 level, the further level down. It's probably not something you guys are used to seeing on this chart. I'm 100% been showing just this chart. So if that looks weird to you, that's probably why. But crazy lower open and then actually getting the lower push under the previous day low. We're into the lows of recent price action. So we'll see if I mean, obviously, see if we're trying to go lower or not. Banks, as you can see, also losing support short term. And remember, back to our previous conversations. Why is this not zooming out more? Oh, doy. Because I'm dumb. I didn't zoom it out more. So here, let's start over. Just kind of remind everybody what we were looking for. We are kind of looking to see if this dumped, which it did, would it break and retake? And we did get that. We've been right so far, but now we're kind of looking at this and it's just been consolidating after the retake. So now we're looking to see, can this support continue to hold or not, or are we getting another break retake scenario? And you'll see the same template. Ignore the levels, ignore the numbers, ignore the ticker. Like, none of that matters. Focus on just the candlesticks and the positioning of where they are based on recent context. And you'll see it all aligns the same on some of our top sectors. You could see dump, rise, dump, dump, some rise. I'm not going to really say that's a huge rise. Dump, right? I'm just trying to simplify it as much as possible. Dump, rise, start of a dump. I'm not going to really say that's a huge dump yet. And then the rest of these are kind of our outliers. Like I said, they're like the extremities of things. This is like our healthcare sector. So they don't need to go in the same direction as everything is either still rising. They're still just under all-time high. Staples as well, kind of just still up there. Which right now we're looking to see if Staples are giving us a bearish midterm retest or not. As long as they're under this, short-term pressure can be more seller favor. But it doesn't seem to matter today because tech is cooling off more. So that's a really good thing for your staple sector because this is like your aggressive buys. As people sell, they don't just put it in their bank accounts, they put it in other sectors. A lot of the time it goes to your safe sector, like your XLP, your staples. But yeah, that's the reasoning behind that. So it's kind of nice to reflect on that so you can understand, oh, okay, it did dump more, but why did it dump more? Don't just sit there and be like, well, Trump this, Biden that, China, Russia, Israel. But no one cares. No one cares. It's all noise. It's all negative noise, news, crap. Don't listen to that. I mean, pay attention to it, but it doesn't need to be why you're bearish the next 2 days on SPY. Like, that's just crazy. So give yourself actual like if you're trading price action, why are you focused on news, right? Be focused on price action. So that's what this is. Come over here, look at your context. Are these looking good? Are these looking bad? Apply it over to here. Because remember, these are all connected. Almost an OB on SPY, we were within 6 cents of previous day high. Oh yeah, good looks. Letterbuck would be smiling reading that message right now. Eli Lilly holding up the market. Is it really doing that well? Oh, damn. Yeah. We'll see if this is going to continue dumping or not. Because looking at my weights, it's not looking pretty. Earlier, remember I was saying like it's red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. Like it was like an interchanging Christmas tree over here. Now you could see it's definitely favoring the selling. That's why I like to watch these, because remember earlier I was like, I'm more bearish if this dumps under, after $1 down. We'll see if it gets worse. It's down almost $3 now. This one was down like what, 120, 220. Now it's down 330. This one was down like 0.80. It's down 0.170 now. 1.70, sorry. Comms, those were down like 0.40 at one point. They're down over $1 now. So it's like these definitely all sold more. And these aren't going up enough, nor do they weigh enough to change that. It would almost need the help of one of these four. So yeah, smaller time frame wise, it was a very clear, strong seller dump. After losing this, after kind of consolidating a bit more, after seeing these free up a little bit more, then it became a lot more obvious. But you could definitely feel the pressure before it happened. You could feel these become a little bit more bearish by clicking on them, checking on them, the context of where they were based on certain key levels. Where is it in relation to its current day open? Where is it in relation to its previous day control point? I'm sorry, I'm just extending this because it's annoying me now. There we go. But yeah, not bad, not bad. Hopefully the explanations are all right. Let me know how you guys are doing, though. How are you guys in the stream? Hopefully the explanations are decent enough. If I'm ever talking too fast, just tell me to slow the F down. If I'm going over something and you need it to be reiterated, please let me know. I sometimes do find the craziest and weirdest examples to use, so feel free to let me know when I'm kind of going overboard. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We'd be done. That's the way you do it. We'd be happy. Nice. Nice sand dollar. I'm just now seeing that. Oh, and then Rob in the chat, he said, he just said what we were just talking about. Eli Lilly and healthcare. Let's see if more drama starts on the trade floor. Here we go. It's sad that I even have to deal with people who literally just copy everything I do one for one. I hate talking about it too because it's just so annoying to talk about. Damn, that's 2 days of lows that were broken, by the way. Yesterday's and the 2 day ago. We're into 1, 2, 3, 4 days ago price action. Kind of into the higher low right here. It's pretty clean looking, actually. What are you guys all looking at? I know I'm just stuck on SPY and constantly talking about the sectors because that's mainly what I'm focused on. But what are you all looking at? If you had to say. Spies testing the daily 100 SMA. Damn. Google and Eli Lilly. Nice. All the time I got today. Appreciate you as always, my guy. Dude, appreciate you. Thank you. You had some pretty fire updates. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate you and Maddie too with y'all's little like trade y'all did together. It's kind of cool just hearing about it. That was super cool. What else? I guess that's it actually. But that was a lot. I'm not trying to like demean it. Yeah, good shit, dude. Thank you for that. Oh. Also, nice review too. I really like when you guys post reviews like that. Not really focused on like, well, look how much I made or lost. You know, it's kind of just showing you, look what I did. This is why I thought this. This is why I thought that. It's super nice. But also being able to summarize that all, you know, in just a small amount of words is also impressive. Spy tested below it, but hasn't closed under it since May of 2025. Damn. Yeah, I mean, when I saw you type that, I'm not gonna lie. When I read 100 SM, I'm like, damn, we've actually pulled down enough to that. Like that's in my head, that's crazy. But we never closed under it on May. What on the daily, right? Yeah, daily. I guess I could post my trade review. Get that out of the way. I kind of want to leave the oval. The oval was kind of cool. I mean, I really, really liked the high to that low, and then from the level. So let me go back here. From the level, I'll get to the cent, to the low. Same exact thing to the low. Just kind of watching the area in between to see. Let me draw this a little bit better, or I'll do this. Oh my god, that is bright. Oh, so much better. What I was saying though is the fibs there. It's kind of nice to just see that because we are already like thinking we're bearish because of the sectors pulling back and SPY breaking down under the key area, and then honestly seeing these three candles was really nice. I wish I would have just jumped on it right then on this candle. Thinking back on it now, reflecting, but definitely glad I at least got into something, you know, during the price action here, seeing this pop up here and reject again. Seeing it pop up after this candle was a little scary because it was just like at that time it was a full green candle. It pulling back and seeing it's a very indecisive wiki candle, small body candle, definitely gives us a little bit of confidence that, okay, we're still able to hold this without it being too scary yet. Because again, if it pops back over that, we're just out. Um, or if any bullish price action, you know, shows us that as it's getting into it, you know, then we're definitely going to get out. But it pulling back down, definitely a good sign. And then making it into that a couple day ago 50% level that Carter was talking about. I believe it was 683.87, about right here. So seeing it kind of go down into that after this scary wick here was kind of cool too. Nice seeing that target actually hit. And then honestly, seeing it just dump a lot more even after that is a good sign of confidence too, even after you're done with the trade. Because it shows like, okay, I could have done more to do better on that. You know, I could have held something for a runner. I could have done this differently. But it's just nice seeing, you know, wow, okay, I actually got a good play. So pretty cool. Now to type that all up. Give me a second. I'm going to try to post this. Oh, wait. I don't want to confuse people with that. That would be weird. All right. Bye, man. Thanks for not replying to my message. See ya. SPY scalps after the breakdown of 687.21 to 686.58. Key area on watch for direction today in parentheses. Three bearish candles gave entry signals. I waited. Drew a fib from high of move to low from breakdown, and from bottom of key area to low of move to get a midterm retest area drawn. Seeing sectors pull back, as well as this all gave me confidence to short. I can't type, holy shit. I bet every single one of you would demolish me in a typing contest. I might sound like I'm fast over here, but man, the accuracy does not line up. So you guys would definitely dominate me in a typing contest. Hey, gorgeous, how are you guys? What's up, Vipo? Good to see you, bro. Chillin'. I was just typing up a trade review, talking about some stuff in here. I won't lie, I fucking love the sectors, man. This makes everything so much easier. And it makes you feel not crazy. I've been meaning to ask you guys that. Have you guys been using the sectors more? Has anybody been using this on their own? Outside of just hearing it from my streams or my posts in chat. But overall, hopefully you guys are getting a good grip on it if you are. But I was wanting to ask because I wanted to know if it was helping anybody. Because the sector stuff is super, super fun. It makes sense. It clicks, you know. It just kind of takes time to look at it more. Which I know most people don't enjoy. But yeah, I've been meaning to ask that if you guys have been using it more or if has it helped at all. Oh yeah, I gotta update my swing note. I gotta update CCL. I just did that. I need to update ET on my swing result list. What did we sell ET for on our push? Was that the one that just went to 60? Yeah, okay. That's the one that pretty much doubled. All right, let's go mark that up then. What did I sell it at? I doubt I sold for 0.60 on the dot. Let's see. Looks like for chat, I said between 0.55 and 0.60 is fine, but it looks like I sold it 0.58 on the dot, so I will just take that. So it's 0.31 to... Why does my dashes look so small now? 58. I don't know, let's do that math. 2,700 divided by 31. Damn, okay. We'll take that. Y'all want to see the list? This shit's long now. Here. So these are our swings of recent, and then all these other ones, like if there's like a space in between, it's just because this was like a different week or 2 weeks. This was probably like 2 weeks. This is probably like 2 weeks. This is probably like 2-3 weeks. Yeah, pretty big list as you can see. Take my shit serious. And like I said, we've been keeping a lot of our losses small. Like as long as they're around 30 or smaller, we're fine. Like, and then there's a couple like this where like a runner did well. I mean, a trim did well, and then a runner did meh. Like that kind of ruins the play entirely. And then there's plays like this where it's like just straight up fucking just dub 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 dub. But keeping, I'd say the most key thing in swings, and honestly, probably just trading overall. It's probably different for investing, but for trading in general, just short term stuff, is definitely keeping your losses smaller, but not on purpose. Like, don't just because you see something go down to just cut it to keep it small. That's not what I mean. I just mean like if you can keep it in your parameters, you know, give your plays a fighting chance. Give your account a fighting chance. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? A lot of tickers on here. We've even traded Dell. Like, who the hell trades Dell? It does get hard to keep it as a list because some of them aren't just a straight up buy sell. Like, some of them are like trim and then runner. So it's kind of hard to keep like a winning average on all of this for like the result sheet. How many is this now? Oh shit, I can't count. 51. There's 51 swings on here. Oh, I need to mark this one off. Holy shit, that's 51 swings. I'm good. I hope I get my PC tomorrow back. Dude, I hope you do too. I want to play some BF6. I've been playing here and there, and I got like all this the horse challenge thing done. Like play like 28 matches, and all 28 matches were played on containment. I kept my word. I have today. Yes, nice. I didn't compare you to Mel. I said there's people in that chat that are like Mel, Iraq, and then I removed you from your chat, my chat, because you didn't answer me. You could be spamming invites for all I know. I don't know you personally, so I can't call you fake. I was talking about there are traders in there that are like that. I don't know you personally, so I can't personally call you that. I genuinely don't know you to be able to say that. I unfollowed you by association. I didn't unfollow you because I know you personally. And thank you for the best of luck, despite our differences. I hope you also have good luck, man. Appreciate you. See, guys, that's how you say bye to somebody. He didn't personally attack me, despite maybe us being confused by that. I hope he doesn't actually think I actually attacked him. That's how you do it. And I am sorry about the confusion because I did not personally attack you. But yeah, good luck, man. PayPal is said to attract takeover interest after stock slump halted upward. What? Oh! Damn, bro, it really is halted. It's just stuck at 43.11. Yeah, good timing on this, huh? I mean, I promise you, everybody in the internet's calling out Netflix, but I don't think a lot of people are calling out PayPal because it's not. I see a lot of hate for it. I don't know why. Like, bro, you don't have to love PayPal to see the potential behind it. I thought this was a discount on at 60. So when I saw it go down to the 30s or to the 40s, basically, like it's just that's nuts to me. As someone who thought that was already on discount, it drops another $20. That's a huge discount. All good, E-Rock. Just in short, though, all he's ever done is steal my strategy, copy it, and share it with others, and pretend to be me. He's impersonated me to sell courses to people. Um, so that's why I'm pushing myself away from him. And this has all happened in the past. I was kind of a fool for not really pushing myself away from him. So again, not really attacking him. It's just like I just got tired of it. This is something I should have dealt with a long time ago. And it's sad, it really is, because a lot of people aren't going to understand the actual reality of things, but it's not my job to make them see that. Again, though, sorry. Best of luck to you, though, and hope you have fun, man. Hope the good vibes continue for you, at least. Fuck the person you trade with, but I hope you do great. And people are gonna think I'm like so drama related too now because of this, but it's like it's crazy because I'm not even the one who started all this. I'm not the one who's copying someone else's strategy. I'm not the one going to other people's servers and spamming shit. I'm not the one pretending to be friendly to other people's moderators just to eventually take them and put them into my group because we think we're friends, but we're really not. I didn't do any of that shit. I've stuck to myself. I've tried my best to stay on my side despite having things taken from me, you know? I don't own pre-market high. I don't own pre-market low. I don't own previous day high and previous day low, but the system I put together definitely is. So like imagine you build something up, you put it together, you work really hard behind it, you put a lot of passion and work into it, and then someone just starts taking it bit by bit by bit by bit. And that's why I said it's my fault. Because I shouldn't have allowed it to happen. I should have I should have cut it off as soon as it started. But I didn't because I'm just a fucking pussy and I wanted to be friends with everybody. And I wanted to be like that too. I wanted to be the guy that's positive to everybody, but you just can't. People have to just be people and take things away from you. Yeah, so I am sorry to anybody who's confused by that. And again, I am actually done talking about this now, but I wanted to be real with E-Rock because I don't want him to think I actually attacked him specifically. I don't. Like I said, I have nothing but respect for people like Amma and all the people in there, but I can't with Keanu anymore. And I'm not going to sit here and try to explain that to other people to make them hate Keanu. I think that's also not needed. I'm not trying to make other people be like, oh, wow, fuck that Keanu guy. Like, no. He's built something up, not just by stealing things from me. He didn't 100% build himself up just to do that. He's done plenty of other things that didn't, that weren't from me. So I'm not going to sit here and trash him like that. Now, if it was someone that was like a one for one, only doing what I post, like, yeah, that's a different problem, but that's not what's happening. But like I said, I'm done talking about this again for like the fifth time. We're done talking about this. Like I said, good luck to everybody who is like in that group or whatever. But yeah, just pushing myself away from that. Focus on my people, the people who actually want to be here and learn from the person who actually came up with it all. And not even just that, I don't like to tell people like, yo, come in here and sign up and you'll make money. Like, no, I honestly hope you guys don't sign up. I hope you guys just stick around, watch, learn, and do it on your own. If you end up signing up or supporting in some way, shape, or form, awesome. But like, you really don't need to. And I hope you guys take away from this. I hope you take something from the system, whether it's the 50% or something with the previous day shit or candlestick patterns or just basic price action. I honestly don't care. As long as you take something away from it and you actually use it on your own. Like, You shouldn't have to rely on me or any post in the chat or someone in chat. But it is nice to have a group so you have that reinforcement, right? So even if you're just here for free and you like hanging out because you like somebody in the chat or you like what they post, or you like what they say, that's awesome. Or maybe you're in here and you're new and you wanna interact with somebody and start something, start a relationship with somebody in the chat. Not in a weird way, you know what I meant, like as friends. That kind of came out wrong, but it's nice to have that reinforcement, that like-minded reinforcement, which I think is what most people like when they join a group. So that's again why I like to kind of promote it that way. Please, if you guys join here, please don't just sign up. Please learn some shit first or go through some shit. I would at least ask you that, because there are so many people over the years that just join, pay to sign up, don't get what they individually want, and then cry. It's like, dude, nobody told you to sign. Like, I don't promote any of that shit for a reason. Like, if you come in here and sign up, that's to support. That's why it's called loyal supporter. No, you're good, E-Rock. I'm not trying to suck you into it either. I don't want to do that. There's no need to drag more people into this. That's why I just kind of said my piece and I'm done. There's no need to go on about it. But yeah, you're good, dude. I'm not. You don't need to be sucked into anything. I feel that though. That shit's so unnecessary. People do that a lot too. They like sucking extra people into things too because it can bring in more views, more eyes. Everybody can see it. It's attention seeking. Like I'm not. I'm honestly trying to do the opposite of that. I want to talk about it once and then I want to move on and be done, because there's no need to like sit here and have this weird argument or discussion because it's never ending. We could talk about it for years. There's no point. Just move on. Try to create a good vibe that you actually want to be a part of, and just do as best as you can. Seriously. I know I'm trying my best, but my best isn't good enough. Why would a $5 move halt a stock that? Oh, it's probably just the amount. It's not the amount that it went up. It's the amount of buying that was probably happening. Shit, I ain't complaining about an 8% move. But no, you're right. That is pretty funny. $5 move. Little sus, but it's probably the amount happening. Have you ever heard stories of like before there was the digital part of things? Agreed. Let's trade and support our families. Enjoy the life. What it's about. Pass along. Exactly. I agree with that message. I wish everybody was on that same page. And thank you, E-Rock, for being mature about this. I'm really am appreciative of that, because I was not trying to be confrontational or anything towards you specifically. Really towards anyone. I mean, I'll be honest with you, fuck KT, but like everybody else, I have no issues with. I honestly have not a lot of opinions on a lot of people in there. Like, I'm sure there's great people in there, but that's not what I was trying to do. So I do appreciate you for being mature and not like attacking, because that's definitely not what I was trying to do. So I appreciate that. Enjoy your stream. Thank you. Have a great day, dude. That was cool of him. I would a $5. Oh wait, I already read that. I thought that was another halt question. I was like, wait, why is everybody asking now? And then I forgot I have the freaking chart on my screen still. Let's move on from that. Dude, this is where that midterm retest was on the 1 minute. Look how much further that went down. That's crazy. We eating paper no more. Do y'all want the YouTube stream to have music or no? To anyone that's in here. Do you like the eerie silence? and the occasional Bueller breathing. I'm sure y'all have heard me breathe a few times. Dude, oh, it's the typing for you. It's the typing for me that I love. That was actually funny. Honestly, that's how you know if someone's actually watched my streams or not. If one of the first things they say is like about how loud my typing can be. Regardless of the old keyboard or the new keyboard, it doesn't matter. Though the old keyboard was much louder. The typing on 1.5x would actually be funny. Did you actually try that out and it was like insane sounding? God, I probably sound like I don't even know what to call that, but just like a dubstep beat. I was honestly impressed too how many people were in stream yesterday. It said 19 total concurrents, but then I refreshed it and it said like 28. I was like, okay, well that makes sense. It had over 30 likes. I was impressed by that though, because I genuinely was like, man, I'm gonna start this stream. And I remember some of my old Sunday streams, like they would be dead. Even when my channel was popping, my Sunday streams would be dead. And it's just like I think people just don't fuck with streams on Sundays, and I guess I get that. I don't really do a whole lot on Sundays either. And I'm definitely not watching YouTube streams. But that was really cool seeing like so many people show up and shit. I honestly was shocked. Because I pretty much just said one thing that I was gonna do it, and then tweeted it, and then you all like that was cool. Also, I hope the people that can't join the streams check that one out, just because it was kind of cool going through like prep stuff, which we mainly do in the Discord. So it's kind of cool that we got to do that on YouTube as well. And that's just my preference. I don't know. I think just sometimes posting stuff in Discord and not streaming is chill, and then sometimes just streaming and not really focused on Discord is chill. Like I like to just be focused on one, but it's not because of preference. I can't handle multiple at once. That's why I find it impressive whenever you do randomly meet like a trader who can like type and trade and talk like all at once. It's like, damn, dude, who the hell wired this guy's brain? Chipmunk with fast hands typing. Jesus. It's that bad, huh? It's okay. Y'all can make fun of me and how fast and stuff I type and talk. I can't change it. And it's funny because I told y'all many times, like, it's not like I'm productively fast either. Like, sometimes I'm typing and there's like 6 wrong things in it. Like, sometimes when I'm talking, I'm like mixing 3 words into one. I won't lie though, every time I see like a clip of like XQC like talking really fast, it does make me laugh because it's like, wow, I'm probably not even 10% as bad as that, and I'm talking pretty fast. Like right now, I'm fine, but like when I really get going. But that man will speak and have like he'll somehow get a sentence into a word. I don't know how that works. Who's another famous person that talks fast? Like Ben Shapiro talks really fucking fast. Who else talks really fast that's famous? The opposite of that spectrum would be like Clint Eastwood, like talking really slowly, but like fast enough to understand him. Damn, I'm gonna Google that. Who are some fast talkers? Famous fast talkers. Who are some celebs that speak at the speed of light? Oh yeah, Robin Williams could get going pretty fast. There are a couple clips of him where he's just like speeding through a sentence. Ben Stiller, I would never have guessed that one. Jeff Goldblum. Auctioneers, oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, Patrick Bet. Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah, auctioneers speak like crazy fast. It says Dwayne Johnson speaks really fast. I don't believe that. Dude, this list is just a list of people. I don't believe any of this list. It has Nicolas Cage, Michael Keaton, John Travolta, Charlie Sheen, Will Ferrell, Dwayne Johnson. Like, huh? This is not a list of fast talking actors. That's not what I meant. I won't lie. It keeps showing this guy. Uh, he must be. I mean, his nickname is literally the fast talking guy. This guy. Motormouth is his nickname. The fast talking guy. Like, bruh, he wins. Actor. He officially wins the fast talking actor award. Who the hell is Blur? Brother, what? Oh, it's like the cartoon. I was about to say, who the hell is Blur? Huh. Yeah, it said Michael Keaton. I'm like, what? No way. All right, let's do the opposite of the spectrum. Slow talking celebrities. Who's the slow talkers? Clint Eastwood's got to be on this list. I hope it doesn't Google search like a disease or something. Oh, I think it did. Son of a gun. Famous late talkers often exhibit the Einstein syndrome, where early language delays are offset by highly analytical, musical, or mathematical intelligence. Notable examples include Okay, well, this is not fair. It gave me all the geniuses. I wanted to get like funny celebrities. It literally names Einstein, Julia Robinson, Clara Schumann, Richard Feynman. Yeah, this is a list of lists right here. Bruh, nah, I'm off this list. It just said a name that I think some of you would take personally. I'm done reading that list. I think if I read that list out to you guys, some of you would get offended, and honestly, I would actually join you. That is a crazy list. That has to be a troll link that I just clicked. That's disrespectful as hell. Is PayPal moving still? Nope. Poor thing. I won't lie, Costco looks pretty cool for dip buys, but it kind of sucks because they're just chilling now. But I really like this like pop and curl. Excuse me. I'm glad none of you asked for that list because it doesn't need to be talked about. What is with the PayPal? What did he say? It's said to attract takeover interest after stock slump. Hmm. It's crazy how one red day can do this to a lot of the charts that we had going. A lot of them were looking pretty good for like, okay, if this gets good retest coming in, it could start to bounce, and we're getting those retests, that's for sure. Nvidia earnings Wednesday. This will be an interesting one. What else? What else? What else? What do you got? What do you say? I'm gonna go get the papers. Get the papers. See, this is why I was glad I waited, man. Watch it gap up 10% tomorrow. That'd be some shit. Alright. Back to SPY. What's everyone up to right now? You guys just chilling? Who's in the Discord call? Let's see who's in here. We got JC Linwood and Rock still, legends. Is the quality better on Discord or YouTube? Actually, that's an impossible question. Because I'm pretty sure by default I have my quality on Discord worse. But I did that because my computer was running like super hard every stream when I would do this. And I figured out it's because the Discord stream quality was too high. So I turned it down and now everything's fine. Which I guess that's my fault because I technically already knew that that would happen. But I just didn't think it just didn't hit me. YouTube lags on voice. Oh, I mean, yeah, you're gonna be a little you're gonna be like a second or two late, maybe even a little bit more. But even with me having no latency or delay on, it'll do that on YouTube. I think they have like some preset amount of latency or delay or something. Yeah, Discord. That's why people use Discord like when they play like games and shit. Cause like it's almost instant. It's still like 0.150 milliseconds off or something though. So people use like TeamSpeak. Like TeamSpeak is what you use if you want to talk to someone at the speed of light. If you want them to hear you instantly and hear them instantly. They have like their basics. It's like a governor in the delay. That's to be expected, but I didn't think about the quality of it though, like the voice quality or visual quality, like how's the graphic quality on it. But it probably doesn't matter because we're just looking at candlesticks. Like the graphics probably aren't the craziest, detail when it comes to like streaming a stock chart. I mean, I at least want to get 1080p on YouTube though, which we have that, but I think on Discord I'm rocking 720p right now because it just like it makes your computer run so much better. I think if I stream on both, it'll just I don't know, and I don't really want to pay for a new computer yet. Voice on Discord and view chart on YouTube. Oh, that's smart. Oh, so that's why it's lagging for you, probably, especially then. Yeah, you're hearing me instantly. But yeah, I see what you mean. Like when you do it the other way, it lags. That makes sense. I'm honestly trying to join the Discord more to stream while I'm doing my YouTube streams because I don't know, to be honest, but I just feel like some people don't want to just look at YouTube, or maybe they get ads because they don't pay for YouTube Premium. So I want to give that option to them, like, so they don't have to watch ads. Because to be honest with you, I cannot stand ads. I don't run ads on my streams for that reason. I don't run ads on anything. I think I have some on my videos, but like, they doesn't do anything, so I just don't do them because it's just ads are so fucking annoying. And it's not even like from the creators these days. Like your creator who you watch on any niche of the internet could have no ads, and you still get ads. And that's because the platforms themselves have ads now. So if you don't pay for YouTube Premium, or you don't have Discord Nitro, or you don't have, TikTok Plus, or whatever whatever the fuck everyone has nowadays, like you end up watching just so many more ads, or like on Twitch too. It's so crazy. So I genuinely want to do more Discord streams like I'm doing now alongside these, so people have the choice of like, oh, I'll just join that, so I don't have to watch ads, and I don't feel like paying for YouTube. I get that, because who the hell wants to pay for YouTube? I mean, I pay for it, and I'm sure a lot of you do as well, because you don't like ads. But like, not everybody's like that. Not everybody always uses YouTube. It's not. It's not a. It's like there's no point in getting it for them. So I at least want to have the door open for those people. Looking out for my fellow broke boy. To be fair, though, some people just don't use YouTube, which is kind of crazy because I think when you use YouTube, you just think everybody uses it, but there's actually a lot of people who don't use it. I guess you could say that about anything, though. What's up, though, JC? What do we need to work on this week? What do we need to talk about? What do we need to be looking at? I feel like I didn't give you enough attention. I want to see. We need to find. You're kind of just on the same thing, I guess. Really, we need to get more swing setups from you. And you don't need to take them, but I need to see like actionable setups. Like, I can take this for longs. Let's set this, and then I want to see you like maintain it. So I guess I want to see you like fake trade something, or a few things, one at a time, of course, one at a time. YouTube kicks you out of live a lot. Yeah, YouTube actually sucks for that. Swing bada bada. So I guess that's what I want to see from you. If that's cool with you, we can move on and do that. Or you do that, I guess. It's like your thing. If not, we could try to come up with something else. But I feel like that's good because like you're kind of past looking for them. Now it's like, all right, let's look for them and act on them now. Let's like go through the process. Let's go through it all. Go through a rep like you were actually trading it. Try to pretend as if you were actually betting your money on the line on that. Find you a contract, track the quote. Try not to think too much about how much you're up and down while you're in the rep. We're more focused on the process of it, and then we can work on that after. But if that's good with you, I think that's something good to work on from now on. Just start going through a couple of them. Like you remember in the Sunday stream yesterday, I was going through like all those tickers, and I was like putting a couple of them on a list. This one here. Yeah, do the same thing. Like get yourself a couple that you like. Maybe just add like some short-term bias to them. Like if you're like, oh, well, this one looks good for up, this one looks good for down, and then like go check it again the next day or 2 days later or 3 days later. But continuously check on them and stuff. Be like a doctor to them. Can someone now take over Microsoft? Miker. This guy's funny. Can someone please do something with my hands? Spy possible bounce here. We have a low retake of 681.90. Possible bounce here at 681.90. A little indecisive, just you can see the small size. I almost had a fucking like accent there for a second. What was that? The small size of the candles and the wicks on many candles back to back to back to back to back. You'll see these a lot of the time during phases of consolidation or during retest trades. Sometimes you'll hear me say it's settling. That's a lot of the time. That's what I mean. Consolidating, settling. Fuck, I swallowed water in the wrong hole. I'm dying. Help me. Market needs to decide what it wants to do at previous to low 681.74. Nerd. Previous day low lines up with the drawdown fib. That's crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. These drawdowns are basically cheating. So you know how I say you could just draw like a shit ton of 50% and you'll probably be fine? It's the same thing with these drawdowns. They're just bigger 50%. It's like the famous one you guys have been seeing me draw for fucking forever now. Is this one. So high to low before bounce. 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 And it's incredible how so many of these levels line up with things. And then you add on your other things. Like you could be like the 50%. So that's how you get your 682.27. You can kind of add on your like all-time high supplies on your 5 minute as you go on. So there's like a tiny one like right here. There's like a tiny one right. That's not where I drew. There's like a tiny one right here. There's like a tiny one right here. And it kind of gives you everything you need. And then here recently, we can add on the other ones. So we have high to low before bounce. You can see it lines up with that one. High, it might even be that one right there. High to low before bounce. Come on. High to low before bounce. You can see that one just kind of lines up with that one. So we could just remove the old one. Go back to here. It's just incredible how many of these like drawdown levels line up with a previous day low or a previous day high or a 50% of a previous day or something like that, you know? And then you're kind of adding on your PDCP to kind of add on to that, to kind of coincide with like an area to give yourself direction. So like if there's a level here and let's say previous day control points right here, you know, let's say it's right there. You know, you're almost using both as direction, you know. So when you see price go to it or bounce off it or reject it or act on it, you know, it's not it's not random. You're witnessing a good level be kind of magneted towards by price. You know, price is almost like a moving magnet, and all these little levels are like other magnets that just kind of sometimes stick to it, you know, and then it gets pulled away. but it's almost magneting to each level once it breaks. It's like level to level, level to level every single time. So as long as you have good, strong, powerful levels that you can trust and backtest on like that and see, okay, it does actually do that, then you can start to actually trust your trades a little bit more and be like, oh, okay, well, I know it's bearish because it's under this, this, and that. And it's doing this with a candlestick pattern. It's like you'll see it's so basic, but at the same time it's not. Like you have to know all these things and learn all these things to understand it. But then at the other end of it, like the structure of it all is super, super basic. Right? It feels like you're like going down this like super complex path and it just feels like you're doing all this like confirmation shit, but in reality, it really is simple. It's just it feels complex because you're having to learn candlestick patterns. What are the key levels that you like? And do you understand it? Why is it so key? Because you got to see it for yourself, kind of thing, to trust it more. Again, back testing, reps, whatever you do to get to that point of trusting it. Sorry about that random rant, but I just think that's such an important topic because it's such a weird conversation. Like we're just talking about the structure of how we want to catch trades, and you can apply everything I just said to any time frame and to any market, despite trading equities, commodities, futures. It doesn't matter. You can apply everything I just said to it because all of these have charts to crypto, even. It's nuts. And then to find templates like trade entries, like we say the 40% entry, like the orb, or the 80% like retest trades, and how there's like three types of retest, and there's a buy the dip trade, and there's a lead test, lower high retest. Like there's so many different little templates you can abuse and focus on and hone in on. It's easy to get overwhelmed. It's easy to lose your attention because there's so many different things you can latch onto. It's so many different parts of the process, whether it's strategy based and you're latching onto 100 different strategies, or, you saw this piece of news and you're latching onto all this news that's coming out, or, it's so easy to lose your attention. It's so easy to change focus, which I think that's the true hardest part of trading. It almost has nothing, like there's probably so many great strategies in the world, honestly. There's probably, think about it. Every strategy technically works, or else it wouldn't be called that. So it's not a means of like, damn, your strategy sucks. In most cases, like sometimes people just stick to something. Like they don't allow their winners to do good because their losers are too big, or something like emotional or something psychological or something chart related, But it's once you isolate it, then you hone in on it, or focus on your problem. It sometimes gets worse because you're aware of it. It's weird. But I think if you can break down the process, like step by step by step, and try to understand it as best as you can, I think that's what allows you to kind of get past that barrier. It's the comfortability of understanding the things around you and understanding what you want to do with that. It almost comes just down to understanding something. In our case, it's SPY in the sectors. I know when I have more green than red sectors, I have a green SPY chart. It's as simple as that. But it's up to us to try to micromanage that because it's not as easy as that. Just because the sectors are green or red doesn't mean I could just buy calls or puts and do great. And that doesn't help either with macro, right? Let's say we're investing, right? How do I know that I want to get into PayPal, or I want to get into Netflix, or I want to get into this, I want to get into that? Like, yeah, their charts by themselves are very important, probably one of the most important. The fundamentals, of course, but I mean, it's sector information. What sector does it belong to? Has its sector suffered? Is it lagging? Is it leading? It's nice to have that context because it allows you to understand it better, which allows you to trust it more instead of like a false blind trust. Sorry, that was a very random rant. Oh God, I suck at breathing while I talk too. I don't know how many people in here have that issue, but man, when you just start talking, it's like my brain's like, dude, just breathe for a second. But then my mouth's like, no, you got to get it all out. Damn, it's after 11, dude. I didn't even get to ask y'all the phase of the day question. I'm normally pretty good about that. Man, after the Sunday stream, that felt so weird, man. I felt bad because I was like, oh, fuck, it's 5. I didn't post the polls message. I'm like, wait, it's Sunday. Damn, I'm not lying. If you literally just focused on the VIP channel, you'd probably farm. Because these SPX alerts are insane. I'll read out what I'm typing in a second. Just to kind of show the other levels below, because, Jesus, it'd be kind of weird to scare people, not show them where it could go. Just looks like it's just going to keep dropping at that with that picture. So I said SPX key area broke on 5 minutes. Or I guess I could just show this on stream. You nerds in the voice chat have access to this. So just kind of showing the key area. It's funny too how many times in the last few months I posted these exact two levels. Like it's crazy how these two have continued to help us out. So to kind of start last week, this was like a target to hit for buyers at one point, to get to here, right? Now that we're above it, we're showing price action holding, pushing back above it, kind of looking to see, does it continue to push off of this and maybe even push beyond this? If we get the lower open, which we were kind of expecting because we could already see the price action on the equity market, seeing that it was down in the morning. So we are kind of expecting to see okay, we're either going to hold or break this because we've already pulled down into it and now we're just kind of holding into it, right? So just kind of giving us an area where we can be like, okay, well, if this holds, it's going to give us some great buyer chances. And if this breaks, probably going to see some good seller trades. As simple as that, just because we know it's a notable range. We've been posting about it for a long time now. So we're just aware of it. So kind of tying back to that other conversation, I guess. And you can see here, just kind of re-adding onto that again, just kind of reiterating, this is the key area. And I also redrew it with different levels just to find the exact same thing. It was literally the exact same thing. And then you go here, you can see key area broke on the 5 minute, midterm retest on the 1, where price actually made it into that level below the 68.43, which we drew this on stream just to kind of reiterate, if this is where it dumps, you got that level there, and then you got this one. Why do we like that? Because it's the previous day open. So we know it's not just notable because you can see they recovered from this area one day, opened here the next, got a higher low that same day. So if they're going to dump, it's going to be into about that area and most likely that area. So it's impressive to see it go there so quickly through it and now even retesting underneath it. So just impressive. Going into second half today, it's hard to say keep being bearish under this level now that a significant level has been tested through my key area posted. But remaining under this area is not great for buyers, so I'll try to keep this updated each day. Just because, again, it is kind of insane. Did I post that twice? Oh, yeah, because of the levels. So, yeah, that's what I was typing. A bunch of people in the stream today shorted, did pretty good. I got a small piece. Some of them got a larger piece. Definitely nice to see. And honestly, I think it's another good sign from my end of things, if I ever like catch a scalp and I'm getting a smaller scalp than some of the people in chat, it's like, damn, okay. Like that's honestly a good thing when I see that. I'm like, okay, shit. I'm the slowpoke today. I see it. And then later today, I need to go through that list. Let's get Swing Trading Channel open. Oh, nice. I posted the list in there. Fuck yes. I could just see it already. All right, so I'm going to get the charts, and then I'm going to type a bunch. AMD and Coin, we're definitely waiting on these. Excuse me. CCL, because we were already trading it. Netflix, PayPal for the investment. ELF. I didn't chart this at all. I just threw it on the screen. And I'm already charting it incorrectly. It is crazy how many people will draw a gap and be like, that's the gap. Like, brother, that's the open. The day's close started here. I don't even like drawing the outskirts of it, though, because the 50% is just so much more important. And then getting some context from the left. So let's see what we can find. Oh, that's why it's not zooming out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We do have stuff charted. Oh, we were probably just looking at that. Okay. Nothing crazy. So I think for shits and giggles, let's just get some levels on the screen. So let's go to the monthly and throw some emerging candles up. Just because it's something quick that we can rely on. And damn, look at that. A level right here lines up with that 50%. Wow. And it looks like I need to add a couple more to the downside. I guess that's fine. Probably need a 50% here, here, and maybe up here. But for now, that's fine. Because it got what we wanted. Some reliable levels we can throw up in no time. And honestly, that's kind of what the emergent candles have become to me now. Like, you could definitely take your time and get, I guess you could say, better levels or better reasoning or understanding or context behind your levels. But you definitely cannot go wrong with throwing these up just super quickly and just taking a quick glance at something. But, you know, either or, I really don't mind. I've had so many people ask me, like, why don't you use emerging candles anymore? It's like, I do still. I just don't use them consistently. I'm not just drawing emerging candles. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends how much time is in front of me. If I got a lot of time, I probably won't draw them because I can just focus on recent price action, really hone in on, okay, this did that, you know, kind of read the chart from here to kind of get context on what's happened. Okay, I don't need to post ELF, let's be honest. The other two we'll get a screenshot of. We might get a... let's throw it in there anyway. UNH. UNH looks kind of the same as this one. ONARM, which I remember these being from people in the stream. Yeah, ON was a great call because it's going to be kind of NVIDIA related. ARM was just a good memory as well. I think Michael G said that one the other day. It was a great, great memory. All right, so Coin, AMD, ELF, UNH. All waiting on. And then let's get a screenshot for ON and ARM and just kind of throw them in there and say, these are on the list. All right, we got that all updated. Nice. We're actually like doing good. We're being productive for once. Look at us. Ugh. I just realized I'm still on that other chart. And look how clean the daily time frame chart that we use. Sometimes I go down to this time frame to see it, but today I switched over to this one because I wanted to show people all the other stuff in between. But look at this. Look how clean it just fell. I probably would have been more confident in shorts earlier on if I just had this one open still, but still kind of nice to reflect on and see. Damn, very clean. Oh, Letter Buck. Let's see what he did. He's been kind of destroying the SPX chart recently. Let's see what he did today. Let's pull it up on stream. Let's all make fun of him together. What do you do? Today I took a SPX trade. I was watching the Qs break down. I like this context. I fucking love this sentence right here. Because this tells us, okay, tech is bearish. So I entered a 68.05 put on SPX2 cons. Sold one con at 68.58. Wait, 68.05. Damn, that's actually a really good amount of movement. If you look at the 1 hour, it is low on a candle from previous day, and you can see it on the 5 minute. I sold my second. Sorry for my throat, guys. I sold my second con at 8.55. The new low of day. Oh, he's MST. Rare. I knew PDL was coming on the break of 68.58, but I had a Zoom meeting to attend at 9. I sold in the flush for a little over 100. Dude, that is fucking insane. I was going to say, the percentage is probably nuts on this. 0.08 delta. Great work. I really like this part. Context with tech. I really like how I mean, he's on, honestly, his time frame influence is crazy because he's going from hour to 5 minute. He's getting so many different things, and he's able to like use that context. That's very nice. And I'd say my second favorite thing of this whole thing was this right here, because this talks about like the intuition that I talk about so much in stream. Like people who are like new here aren't going to understand some of it, but like when you get to the point of understanding the context you're reading over and over and over again, you kind of get to this point where it's not like confidence or cockiness, but like sometimes you're like, I know that this is happening because this is what happens next. Like you're not being caught, you're just pointing out what literally happens every time you see this certain thing. So I like that he was able to point out I knew PDL was coming on the break of 68.58, but he had a Zoom meeting, so he knew okay, we probably will go through this just because that's what should happen, based on the events we're seeing. So that was I'm really really proud of him for mentioning that. Super fucking sick trade though. I'm not gonna lie. Very, very cool. Oh, and we already went over it, but Carter's as well from earlier. Carter and Maddie traded basically the same thing earlier. So if you want to review Maddie's trade, it's right here. If you want to review Carter's trade, it's right here. But they both seem to have taken the outside bar golden pocket to the downside and ended up dominating it pretty early on. They were in a lot earlier than I was. I think that also gave me a little confidence to enter late. It's just like seeing them do that. It's like, all right, well, I want to do that. But not because they got the result. I want to do it because they still see the same bearish signs on the chart. That's very important to mention. Also, cool though, seeing the other posts in levels and swings. If you guys check that out, just kind of seeing the difference between the levels. Like you could draw this chart 3 different ways, and you should still end up with the same template of, oh, okay, well, if this breaks, it's over. If this holds, well, there's a chance. You know, you should still see that on the chart in certain spots. It's all about the context. Like I said, that word is the most powerful in trading. Context is so fucking important. Oh, dude, I fucking love water. I needed that bad. I kept like choking on water earlier, man. What was that about? Oh, I could show y'all something really cool that happened. So I told y'all that I was a mod for a player that plays Counter Strike now, right? Like a pro NA player. So Elon Musk, it's crazy how this connects worlds. So Elon Musk, Starlink. I don't know if y'all saw this clip yet, but basically they're making it look like this guy tested Starlink in the middle of the ocean and played CS2 with almost perfect ping. And though this video looks kind of sus, the video underneath is a video of the pro player that I'm a mod for. And it's getting like 37, almost 38 million views right now. So Elon Musk quote tweets it, and at first he just put Starlink, but then he rechanged it, and now he put order at Starlink. So the guy that I'm talking about goes down to this tweet, and he posts it, and you could see like these are his clips that he hit from the comfort of his home, not from somebody on a boat. Isn't that crazy? And at first, Grok would tell you, yes, this is real. So I went to Grok and I messaged it and I said, look, this is evidence that it's not real. And I sent it this tweet basically. And it was like, oh yeah, you're right. This is fake. And then it was like, though this is real, like you could do this, what he's doing, it said, which I don't know if I fully believe that. Um, the clips in this particular clip are not real. Like this is someone else and this is someone else. So I thought that was pretty crazy. But yeah, that happened. That happened the other day. But that video is getting like millions and millions of views, and they didn't even like say whose clips they were. They didn't tag him. They didn't do any of that. And it's all from his like YouTube video they took it from. So technically, copyright claim worthy. No, I'm kidding. But it's crazy. He's like, there's like all those millions of views happening, and he's kind of missing out on it because Elon Musk sucks. At least in this particular case, he sucks. He doesn't suck when it comes to launching cars into space. He's very awesome at that. I wonder how that car is doing. And thank you guys for all the likes on the stream. Be sure to drop a like if you haven't already. I think I'm gonna end the stream soon. So if there's anybody that has questions or wants to go over anything, please feel free to. JC, let me know if you're good on what you and me talked about a little bit. Yeah, if there's anybody else that needs anything, let me know. Here towards the end, of course. Speaking of course, we should do a stream one day in the BB course server. Just like do a big course review one day. That'd be cool. No, I don't want to do a course review of the first one. People could just go through that on their own. But we could go through like the second one, or go through BB theory or something, or maybe just do the trading strategies tab, like whatever. I think that'd be pretty cool. You're good, Aloha. If you don't find anything, that's fine. Don't force anything. But if everything lines up and you like it and you're like, all right, this is something, then go after it. But treat it like it's as real as it can be. The world's peace relies on your swing trade, on your swing trading practice. Treat it like that. At least for this, so we can practice effectively, so we can focus on the things that actually matter. We don't need to be trading random shit, because that's not what we need to be practicing or focusing on, because we don't care about understanding the random stuff. We want to get good at it, get comfortable with it, be confident with it, and then just do our thing. In reality, I'm telling you guys, I want you to do this so you can learn it to do it on your own. But in reality, I want you to do it so you guys can post, so I don't have to post in Discord anymore. Let's be fucking honest here. I'm kidding. Yes, sir. Swing trading has been my only focus for the past couple months. Dude, I hope you've been doing good then, Alst. Feel free to share whenever you do anything. I'm always happy to see. Plus, it's not like there's a million people in the Discord, so you don't have to feel pressured like we're all watching you. But if you ever feel like you could share your journey, please do. What's up though? What's been one of your latest swings? Regardless of result, I don't really care if it was good or bad. What's one of the names you got or have had? Good to see you, by the way, Alst. I was wondering why it got warmer in here. I knew you were going to say Intel, you sly dog. Intel and Netflix stopped out of Intel, but I am definitely keeping an eye on it. And Netflix is an interesting one. You bring the heat? Hell yeah, you do, bro. Yeah, Netflix, I'm sticking to like shares, I'll be honest with you. I'm doing PayPal and Netflix shares right now. Speaking of PayPal, did they start moving again yet? No, they're just there. Okay. Well, we'll ignore you for a while. And yeah, I'm gonna be better about my swing trading posts and lifetime section because what I used to do, in case you guys want to know, and maybe you want to say if you agree or disagree with it, it's fine with me. So I do like my like if I'm trading this or that, I'll post it in levels and swings or VIP, depending on how much it costs, really. And then regardless of taking an entry or not, I would still go into the swing trading channel and post kind of what username was doing actually is kind of what I used to do. Just really good solid updates, not really saying like I'm buying this exact contract at this price, just kind of saying like, look, this is potentially bullish if it holds this and does it, kind of just setting out conditions and plans for it. Which I think is super cool because it kind of adds more to the story than just buying and selling. It's actually reading what the chart's trying to tell us or what we perceive that it's telling us, which I really love when I see posts like that. And I honestly think of like username Sherman, Leland. When I think of these kinds of posts because like they're all really good at it. They're all really good at like not really feeding you like a baby. It's like, here you go. Here's a chart. This is where I'm bullish and bearish from. Have fun. I really like those posts because it kind of makes you have to like understand it, makes you have to catch up to it, it makes you learn a lot. Like it's impactful. So I want to go back to posting those as well. Not just look, I'm buying and selling this. Like it's cool to also just go over just TA. Well, at least I like it at least. And I can't tell you how much fun I have reading those posts, whether it's from, like I said, username, Sherman, Leland, fucking Noxta. Like, I could think of so many people in chat. So I don't like reading out names because I could probably read out another 50 names if I wanted. But there's so many people in chat that can do this now. And it's a lot of fun to read those posts. So I actually urge you guys to do that too. If you post something, like, reply to it a day or two later, and be like, all right, look, it did this since then and this is what I see from here. You don't need to be biased. Like you just kind of just update the story of what's happening on the chart. So I urge you guys, if you go into chat and you post something on your own, reply to it. You don't need people to reply to you. You need to be the one updating it. But do it like it's like a fun little practice thing. PayPal's on your radar now. Fucking legend. Legend. Yeah, I'm doing dollar cost averaging Alst, so I've just been doing like I was buying like every week. Now I'm buying every other week. Like certain amounts. So I'm not really paying attention to share price, to be honest with you, but I was buying every single week. Now I'm buying every other week. And as they kind of expand more or consolidate more, I'll probably go to like once a month or once every 3 weeks or something. Kind of slow it down a little. I tell people that in chat too, like even just 5, 15, 20 bucks here and there is like it's worth it on like stocks that you like. I'm not particular saying go buy Netflix or PayPal. Like, no, find your own. But like that's a really fun way to go about it because you're not locked in on one share price. You're not locked in at one really bad average. You can really just focus on just owning more of it over time instead of focusing on the average you own it at. And then hopefully as it grows or as it moves higher, over time, over the long haul, multiple years, hopefully you're up and you have multiple shares and you can actually benefit from it instead of being like, well, I have a price at this. It's like, bro, no one cares. No one cares about your average if you have one share, you know? I'm more impressed by this other guy that has 11.4 shares. He's been buying fractional shares. I'm more impressed by that guy. His average is higher, but guess what? Bro owns more. That's more impressive to me. Not saying you need to full send everything you get into. I'm just saying like that fractional mindset is just so much better. I feel like it's healthier. It's good to see you though, Oust. I'm happy to see you, man. Hopefully you've been good in trading and outside of trading. I'm not gonna lie, I really want to play Battlefield 6, but I want to eat. But that game is so much fun, man. The explosions in it, the cinematic, just everything. Thanks, bro. Yes, I've been good. Been learning about the sectors more so that I can diversify. Nice. I fucking love hearing that, dude. I love hearing that. That's the key to my heart, honestly. Oh, you love me? I don't care. You want to talk about XLK? Yeah, good shit though. I like the sector stuff is great, man. I was just ranting about it earlier. Like, it's so nice that more people in chat are learning about it because it's like you actually understand more and you can actually say things with not just confidence but with like factual knowledge of something. Like when you say spies going up, like whoop de doo, dude, you just help no one. But if you say, hey, spies going up over this key level, and check this out, tech's pumping right now, and look at discretionary and comms, they look like they're basing to move higher. You know, now you're like, okay, now you're bullish with context. That's something to work with. And it's funny because this was actually one of the first things I ever learned when trading. I actually learned about the sectors before I learned about options, but I didn't realize how effective they could be with trading just in general until down the road. I definitely wasn't like buying dips just because I saw tech holding. Like I wasn't actionable on the knowledge that I was learning yet. You know, it was more just like, oh wow, that's cool. This is that, and this is a piece of that. That's so sick. You know, that's what it was to me. But now I'm kind of glad we've adapted to actually being actionable on it because it's kind of cool when you see like the rotations of things. And if you really want to break your mind after you learn about sectors, learn about sector rotations. That is where your mind will be blown because that is truly a cool ass topic. Like I think two of the coolest topics as like a nerdy stock person that you could just research and really get into and just kind of pick your mind with is compound interest and like dividend building, collecting, stacking something over time. What the banks do with your credit card, but you on the stock market. Like that's super cool. And then sector rotation, like I just said. Those are definitely two really, really cool topics. And I don't feel like they're like super, like, they're not like rocket science. Not like you need to be a certain IQ to understand them. And anyone can benefit from it. If you're a day trader, if you're a long term investor, if you're a whatever, like all of that information is super powerful. If you're a fucking scalper who only likes scalping every 5-minute trades, that's fine. Like you could still learn a lot from this stuff. It's really cool. The sectors. And they're forever moving too. They're forever changing. Remember a few weeks ago, a few months ago, we were almost saying tech is almost 38% of SPY. Now it's like 30. Sorry, excuse me. It's like 33, 34, 35% now. So it's lost a little bit of its insane control, but it's still, the majority. But we were almost sitting here saying like 38% of SPY is tech. Like that's crazy to say out loud. But I'm glad to hear you've been good, man. I'm happy to hear that. I am chilling. And yeah, I want to see some more posts from some of the guys in here. From everybody in here just learning about the sectors. I want to see more posts on that in the chat because that I we could talk about that anytime, any day. Like that's stuff you could talk about anywhere. Like even if you're just pointing out like, oh look, discretionary is holding, but look at this stock, dude, it's dumping, or look at this, it's pumping and it's in the sector, like it's a leader, it's a laggard, just pointing stuff out like that's really fun. And then watching it, like you'll see, like check in with it again, like over the next week or two, like you'll see, like it does some crazy movement after that. It catches back up with its sector, or the sector catches back up with it. It's really cool. Not just thinking about it and learning about it, but seeing it. That's really cool. I feel like that's how I learned too. I'm sure some of you are the same way because everyone's different. Some people, which I'm super jealous of, I'm jealous of anyone who could just look at something once and be like, "Yep, I know that now." Like, fuck you, dude. Because those people are really smart. People who can just see it done, you know. But people like us or me, you know, where you gotta see it, view it, experience it, succeed with it, fail with it, you know, go through all the tribulations with it just to kind of learn it. You know, that's what truly helps me understand. But everyone's different, you know. Sometimes like you need to see it on a PDF. Sometimes you need to see it in a video. Sometimes you just need to do it and see it for yourself. You know, some people can literally just see someone talk about it and they're good. Like it's everyone's different. Sometimes you got to break things down too differently. Like some people, like me, I need it broken down as further as it can be. You know, as furthest as it can get. Some people just need it broken down just once. Some people just need it said as a blank statement. You know, and they're fine. They don't need to. They don't need to hear it reiterated again. But everyone's different. I would say the best form of memorization, like I've said many times in the past, it's literally just repeating it out loud. Literally just you saying it and doing it. And understanding it, like breaking it down further. Like what's 2 plus 2? It's 4. Okay, why is it 4? You know that it's 4, but why is it 4? Because 2 plus 2 is 4. All right, well, I think I'm gonna end the stream here in about 8 or 9 minutes. Oh, so if you guys have anything, please feel free to throw it out. Conversating will also keep me on. I guess we could look at some daily time frames real quick. Be a little productive at the end. Let's throw on our EMA. Let's apply. Okay. Holy, that is crazy to look at on the daily. You know, I'm surprised every time I see that candle. It's not even the fifth time I've seen that candle on JPM. Hey, shit, even the last just on this chart, there's 5 of those candles. It's crazy. See, this move makes it really feel like, not just from the news, but it makes it feel like everybody bought the dip too early on some of these, like the aggressive ones. I think people buying dips on like tech stocks, besides like your smaller ones, like I say that because I'm buying PayPal, is crazy because you've had Microsoft dipping and you've had what's it called? Triple Q like pulling back with the XLK chart. But it just feels like everybody bought the dip too early on all the aggressive ones. Plus, you have Nvidia earnings Wednesday. Like, it just, I don't know. There's a lot of indecision in the air. It's probably perfect for a dip buy, but we'll see. Because you go to Nvidia's chart and it's like a completely different story. it's like at resistance. So that one's in a very peculiar spot. Apple honestly looks fine, like out of all the tech stocks, which is a good one to look good because it's a top tech stock with Nvidia and Microsoft. Damn, PG, tell me how you really feel. Damn, bro, healthcare tickers are kind of on a different vibe than the rest of these. I mean, look at that thing. It looks like it should go to 1100. Like, it's kind of nuts to say out loud. All right, check out these other ones. Let's check out this one first. See if there's anything different. But John Deere went to what? Oh my god. Bro, we were just long Dell, now it looks good for shorts. ET is a weird one too. Remember, if you're watching this one, you cannot be looking at the daily. This is a weekly watch for sure. Weekly or monthly watch. If you're someone who's still trading that or looking to trade it again or whatever, definitely need to not watch that on the daily. Damn, is Lamb Weston telling us that McDonald's is going to pull back soon? This happened last time. Got like a really good pullback before the gap. And that helped pull McDonald's down. Dude, is that a McDonald's short sell signal? Remember, this is their largest potato producer, or this is the largest potato producer, second largest, I think, in the world. But what's important is that they're the ones who give McDonald's their fries, or the potatoes for their fries. That might be an interesting little watch or mention, you know, just kind of seeing if it actually does lead McDonald's down. I didn't notice that relationship until like way later on. I started noticing I mean, normally you would think McDonald leads Lamb Weston. I feel like that's more true, but sometimes I've been noticing Lamb Weston does kind of just lead the way, and I feel like it might just be a good early discretionary type ticker because it feeds into a discretionary stock. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping. Oh, dude, water's so fucking good. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end the YouTube stream, but keep the Discord stream still going. I'll send a Discord link if anybody wants to join. I don't think you have to pay to be in the voice chat. I honestly don't know. And I'm not trying to paywall. I genuinely just don't remember. Expire after 7 days. We'll do limit 50 uses because there ain't no way 50 people are clicking that. Generate link. So if anybody wants to join the Discord, I am just going to finish out the day in here probably. There you go. Make sure to check out the YouTube videos, playlist, shit like that. A lot of cool stuff in there. I'm a little biased, of course, because it is my channel. Members, you have 2 videos to go check on. These are really awesome videos that are, honestly, I'm very well timed. I'm actually very happy with my timing on these. Cool, funny video, bunch of other stuff. Make sure to go check out the playlist. If you just want to go spam my shorts, that'd be cool too. Honestly, I need to make more. If you guys notice, no more new ones have gone up. This was the last one that went up. Holy. How many we got now? These are rows of 6. How many rows we got? 47 reels, damn. Or shorts. I keep calling them reels, dude. Instagram reels. I mean, it's the same thing, I guess. Yeah, I need to put some more of these up. These are like, I actually have a lot of fun making these. The thing is though, is I have to find templates. Then you have to download them, and then I have to think of captions, and then you have to make sometimes like I've been doing this green screen thing. I've been wanting to show y'all. I can actually use green screen edits now because I didn't realize my thing like was able to do it, so I learned how to do like this one, or this one. I can like edit like this was a green screen of him, and then I had to put this in the background and then caption, which is not hard. Like nothing what I'm doing is hard. It's just tedious, but it's really fun, honestly, coming up with like new ones. I have a lot of random ones though. I'm trying my best not to like use the same templates or use the same captions, which can honestly be kind of hard when doing trading captions because it's like you're either bullish, bearish, or you're memeing something. Like you really can't go down that many routes with this stuff. Or like meme shit, like Giga Chad coin drops on Solana. Like only some people are even gonna get that joke, just because it's so stupid. But yeah, so thank you guys for checking all this stuff out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the signups lately. Honestly, it's kind of crazy how many like gifted subs I've gotten recently, and like the lifetime membership yesterday from Driz was fucking absolutely nuts. The live streams, we could definitely try to do more Sunday live streams. You guys ate up the live stream. We had what 30 fucking likes on this. Yeah, over 30 likes. That's absolutely crazy. Um, and pretty cool, you know. So I appreciate you guys a lot. I'll see you guys later on. If you guys want to join the Discord, I am just gonna finish out the day in there. So if you're in the Discord, you can just come hang out with me. And yeah, see you guys later though.